sure I remembered all my level 2 stuff.
That's right. Yeah, you guys leveled up.
Which, as far as I can tell, is only 2 things, but I've been known to forget.
For us rogues, it's boring.
Hey, I can hear you this time, Pedro.
That's man. We're gonna spoil our listeners, our watchers, our viewers, our peeps,
whatever they're called.
Yeah,
you people,
our Twitchers.
They don't matter.
Twitchers.
That's not what they're called, but okay.
I know. I'm trying to pretend like I don't know.
I am part of Twitch culture.
Splicers.
Splicers. Walkers.
Brummel Bros.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll give it a few minutes, then we'll start. What's up, everybody?
What up?
Not much.
What do you guys think of D&D Beyond for your characters?
I love it, but that's because my character is not going to be doing anything special.
Look at you. You did
Spoiler
fix it.
alert.
It's like the only thing I really have to think of is my observant feat.
Yeah.
Because they don't allow me to do a feat at level 1. So, because it's basic stuff.
Yeah.
That's your rule. And they're like, screw Pedro.
I hear that a lot.
So you added the rifle as a custom attack instead of a weapon.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I was poking around and I was like, I wonder if this would work. And then it seems like it's going to work. If it doesn't work, let me know. But I tried writing it up as a magical weapon, and it made me angry that you have to show it as a longbow or a short bow. Like,
well, and it won't let you change it.
Right.
Like
you can do some stuff with it, but you can't do everything you need to, and it's, I don't know. I really like D&D Beyond for a number of reasons, but until they put in custom races, like custom race options and custom class options, it will be a struggle to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the halfling settler or wanderer.
Yeah.
Wanderer is the Lightfoot halfling, and they're pretty essentially the same.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too far off, but yeah, as soon as I can do that stuff, it'll be amazing. I will absolutely love it.
Well, and I liked the online version of it, but when I went to print it out on PDF, and it kind of like truncates all your features and traits down to stuff that's like completely not important and not helpful to what you need to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to flip through. So I wound up like rewriting everything into like quick notes that I could just look at, and so I haven't.
They didn't even have
version very much.
They didn't even have a printing option until like right at the end of beta. People were like, "Hey, can we print these things?"
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Like a caveman.
So I'm gonna
your stamps.
Do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick check. Anyone in chat, tell us what you think of the audio right now. I can make adjustments before we start, so we'll give that a minute or two, and then we'll just jump right in.
It's garbage. There's a man talking.
So we'll see what they say.
Terrible.
Terrible. I hear Brian's voice.
Can't stand it. I thought he was leaving.
Data. In the Twitch chat.
That cat gif.
That cat gif.
I mean, it's true.
It was pretty true.
I loved it so much when they posted last week. I had to bring it back.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna have to work on an animatic for that.
Yeah, you do. It's a requirement, Brian.
So lazy.
You will be kicked out if you don't do it.
Oh man!
If only you could turn it on. All right, listen, chat. Turn you off.
It's like a reverse pickup line.
I like how it's only Lynn that says that.
So mean.
Well,
Lynn's keeping it right.
She has a right to.
What?
All right.
I listened to Awful Good.
Man.
That explains why you think that.
So I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in, hanging out with us again while we find out what happens to our intrepid group of. Do you guys have a group name yet?
No.
You thought about making one?
Yes.
Well, first of all, we need to decide how many of those magnetic gloves do we have?
17.
Yeah, 17. I think you have either 3 or 4. Yeah, I think 4.
We have 4. I have 3. Yorick has one hidden that I don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
But
okay, so it's me, Connor, and then 2 with Homur.
Well,
I don't have mine anymore.
Yeah, he gave it to Data because
I'm a greedy dwarf.
Well, if you have enough for all
Very
of us,
selfish.
I feel like that might be a theme going here.
Oh man. So
For one attractive group.
oh my god. All right. So
I'm off the podcast. All right. See you later.
Leave,
Sorry,
Brian. Go away.
these will be up on YouTube soon
We're
too.
replacing
So
you with this.
Eevee! So much potential. So many different elements.
In my Eevee piggy bank that someone sent me. A friend sent it to me, and I use it for all my tip money for my Einstein Brothers. It's like at over £5 now. So
This retirement money.
yeah,
Bagel bucks. All right.
No, those are all the ones that are in my wallet. I have like 21s.
All right. So before we start, I do want to remind everybody that we have a slot open. This game is funded through Patreon. So the way it works is that everybody that's a part of the podcast is actually a paid member of Patreon, and they're using the top tier to be in this game. So we have one slot open, and if you like what you see, you should consider becoming a member of Patreon. Patreon.com/worldwalkers. Even if you don't end up wanting to jump in on our game, it's totally cool, but we also do a podcast over there. A lot of cool stuff, so you check it out at your leisure. Where do we want to go from here? All right, you know what? Who wants to recap?
I want to go over to my backpack to grab my dice because I forgot those are everything I need.
I would love to, but I just took a bite of food.
We're the most professional podcast.
The bar has been raised.
How far
Good
are we
luck.
recapping back to?
No, I can recap real fast. Basically,
4 of us jumped out a window. We all face planted, and then Yorick successfully walked down the wall.
Walk down the wall.
This event,
I just kind of floated down.
Following this event, the group wandered over to the port district, where they snuck in through the emergency exit thanks to our local hero, Odin's celebrity status. After sneaking through the port district and a near cliffside incident, we make it to a ship. We sneak aboard.
Faceplant gang, I think that's it.
We managed to get to Drat. What is it called?
Falas? Yep.
Falas.
We also rode on that sweet dragon ship.
The Dragon's Breath, yeah.
I think it's your turn, Brian. Each of us is taking
Oh.
a turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Once we got to Falas, we all split up to do our random things. I got yelled at by the chat because I met Tompkins, and
who is just a little halfling, but
son.
yeah, if you listen to the podcast, he has a role in
Good
there.
podcast.
No, Jesus.
We're not a good podcast. We're not even a podcast.
But
yeah, I met a shopkeeper who I did not know was related to anyone, and he showed me some fun stuff, and then
and racism.
Connor, true, very subtle,
Yes,
very subtle.
Experienced many a blue sweater and racism.
And then eventually we all met back up at the Forge Church.
Yep. Church of the Source.
Church of the Source.
There we go.
And we agreed to go with oh man, where did my notes page go?
Corin.
Captain Gideon.
We went with Corin to back at the port.
Member of our group.
And we went back to the port to try and meet the Falcon to see if we could catch up to the church's founder. And
Just the falcon is a ship, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not a random bird we found.
true.
Well, except for Yorick.
True.
Yorick does have a random bird.
He does have a
very
random
much.
falcon.
Let's see. So we met Captain Gideon of the Falcon, the ship, and we convinced him to let us go with him to meet his associates that he was supposed to deliver a mysterious box to that was stolen.
We're going to a fancy diner.
It's true, and we got to play dress up.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So you have spoken with Captain Gideon. I believe you all were you outfitted already? Did you get cleaned up?
I think we went and got our clothing and stuff and started heading out.
Yeah, I think that was the last thing we did.
Yep. So before
We're gonna
you
go
meet,
get fancy.
before you meet back up with Captain Gideon, you're meeting. I can hear myself in somebody else's mic. Maybe not. All right.
It's a spooky ghost.
Yeah, I can still hear myself. That's kind of just weird. But, okay. So first thing I want to know, as per the chat, how are we dressed? So Odin, how is your character dressed? What is your definition of dressed up?
Fuck.
Okay.
No, I'm probably wearing like a really fancy suit that I have because I'm a blacksmith. It's typical blacksmith attire. Like we wear that all the time.
Yeah, yeah. That's just a day at the office. Connor?
I don't know. I kind of accepted whatever outfit I was given.
That you were allowed to shop a little bit, so you can put your spin on it.
What kind of fancy clothes do they wear in COG? I imagine I'm wearing some form of a suit of some sort with a nice jacket. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Nice.
Yorick?
Yorick is dressed as befits nobility with a nice gilded tunic.
Nice. And Homur?
Homer was told by Captain Gideon that I should not be attending. Am I still dressing up?
Oh.
Or
it's up to you if you actually listen to him.
I think at this point I would just hang around outside to keep a lookout in case they try anything funny or they go around back or something.
Sneak into the kitchen.
I was actually hoping to, like, hey, I'm the new cook for tonight.
That would only go well.
Before you all meet together, like, Corin's just in her priestly robes, so she has, it's like a two-piece, and the outer robe is kind of like this dark blue, and then she has a white tabard over it with the infinity symbol that you saw hanging from her earlier when you first met. But when she comes in, she asks you all, so should we be nervous going into this? Like,
No.
If you're wearing that, then yes.
what's wrong?
Well,
It's
we
not really-
know
it's-
these people were connected to the church in some way, and so it would probably be best if they didn't know a member of the church was watching them. But,
Well, this
all right,
is this my nicest outfit.
yes, it is.
You can hang out with
And
Homer
you
outside.
need a different one for just a few hours.
I don't. Yeah, I'll hang out with Homer.
Is that a problem?
What? No, I mean I have lots of clothes. I just want to hang out with Homer outside instead.
So bad.
So
She's so nice.
yeah.
Oh my.
She's so naive.
Yeah, maybe it would be better to, even if you're outside, wear something over that.
Like another robe?
All
Yes,
of the robes.
Sure. Yes.
She's all right outside.
Dress in layers.
Put
No.
all of your clothes on.
And then she's like, well, hold on.
Did you-
And she takes the tabard off of her robe and then neatly folds to the side. And she's like, can I do this?
Yes.
Does it still have the Church of the Source insignia on the outer robe?
Nope.
Is that a
But her holy symbol is still hanging
Color
from the
scheme?
side. It's just like a dark blue, really nice robe. But the you guys notice the holy symbol still hanging off her side.
Honestly, I think it would be best if we have to have someone on the outside, it's best if we don't just have Homur. You know?
True. Oh, she can hang around outside.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
suggested
this
that.
party has to go inside and pass by them. So
Okay, I will hang out with.
hide the
I'll hang
holy
out with
symbol as
Homer.
well, if that's, can we hide the holy symbol? Is that a problem?
I won't be able to
while.
cast without it.
Can you just tuck it on the inside? Do you have a pocket?
If she's outside, she should be fine.
Yeah.
I'll hide.
Famous last
I'll
words.
hide.
Deal.
Okay, good enough. Good
Cool.
enough.
All right, great. So I guess we'll hide then. And what about? And she kind of looks at you and she says, the rest of you, and she's like, "Are you all taking your weapons?"
I have a weapon on me, but I am concealing it somewhere in my outfit, like a dagger, because that's all I really have. That's my most concealable weapon, and also I have like 70 of those. So,
Yeah.
Is this a sort of establishment where weapons would not be welcome?
probably.
Yeah, the Whisper is a fancy restaurant where you can't even talk above a whisper, so they might not let you bring in
I
like
don't know.
your tanks.
Swords aren't very loud unless you're using them. Yeah, maybe
Well.
maybe Yorick can just stuff his rapier in his pant leg and take a run.
Well,
Homer pulls out one of his kitchen knives and hands it to Yorick.
Perfect. Which one is it? Is it a butcher knife?
Serrating knife.
Cool.
Serrating knife. This will go well with my
That's
daggers.
perfect for cutting bagels.
Do you already have daggers? Give it back.
But then she looks at Connor and she says, "What about you, Connor?"
yeah.
Leave it at my house.
Yeah,
As
I
long
don't
as we
think
don't
even
touch
that
it, we
one's
should be
going down
fine.
a pant
Well,
leg.
I don't think.
Yeah, leave it. Just well, you can't. You have to put your gun somewhere because it's a rifle. You can't
Well-
really just put that in your back pocket.
Yeah, but
You could probably take it in if you wanted to, Corin says. I mean, you're a gunslinger. Don't you guys have different rules than the rest of us?
well,
That
player
would
player
be
asking
fortunate.
player asking a question of DM. Do
Oh.
we have different rules? I mean, I was kind of
Gunslingers kind of get away
maybe-
with a lot. Like you might come in, like you might be able to intimidate your way in. Like,
Hey, you let me into this place.
so
All
that's
right.
up to you.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like I would.
Here's
I don't feel like I would leave it anywhere. That seems like a really terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, you are
Okay,
a
yeah.
bodyguard, so that might buy you a little leeway there.
Yeah, that was your
Anyway.
original cover.
I'm a what?
Yeah, bodyguard
Oh, yeah.
for
All right,
Captain
I'm good.
Gideon.
I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes.
A shot.
Yeah, and I think it would be a good idea if one of us were to go in the guise of just a diner as opposed to a bodyguard flanking Gideon.
I'm probably not going to fit that role at this point with a gun. So
As I was saying, you could leave it theoretically at Odin's house because he has a house, as long as nobody touches the thing.
I don't know you.
Wow.
I came to your house and you didn't even introduce me to your family, so I left.
Well, to be fair, Pedro kind of skipped over that entire thing.
Maybe you can leave it at the church?
It's like I'm pretty sure Yorick came by and Pedro just kind of skipped over the fact that I brought a stranger to my household and let him sleep over for the night.
A lot of storytelling is about choice of moment, and the choice of moment was I didn't really give a shit about your kids and your.
Cool.
No, I figured you guys exchanged pleasantries and stuff if you wanted them to.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah, I brought this stranger home from another city that was really far away. He's staying the night. You don't know him.
Surprise!
I barely know him.
So anyways, unless you
Surprise.
guys have a gun locker, it's not really safe to leave guns around children. This thing definitely does not come with the safety.
My kids are responsible. They're old enough to run a business when I'm away.
What if you just hold on to the bullets?
Well,
Have
Corin
you
says
not
we're
talked to
running
Charles?
late.
Worse,
She
he
says
can
so.
chuck
We
him.
have to go. You got to make
Why
a
don't
decision.
you?
Corin
Why
says.
don't you let me have the magnetic glove again? Let's talk about technology. Anyways, I'm bringing this. We're bodyguards, right? So let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
All
So
right.
so you're taking a dagger? Is that right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna conceal it within
Yeah.
my stuff.
And then Yorick, are you also concealing a dagger?
Unless I can stuff a rapier down my pant leg, but I have a feeling nothing's taller than I am.
I mean, you could stick a rapier in your pant leg. It's just at some point they might want to have you sit down,
Yeah.
For dinner.
and then you
that's-
might just kind of bend weirdly.
Onto
That
the
knee has
table.
been bothering him for a
Yeah.
while. I think a dagger would.
It's like, what's wrong with you, sir? I just lounge
My
just am a
charisma's not
lounger.
high enough to.
like a father before me.
I have my leg can only stay straight. It can't bend.
Okay, yeah, Yorick's gonna.
I have a robot leg, but I couldn't afford the knee.
Still got a couple of daggers. Yeah.
It's a stick.
Uh,
A tree. I cut it down. Made a stick.
it's a peg leg, but it's like all the way up to the pelvic.
Yes. Arg.
All right, so we're good to go. How are you
Yes.
approaching this? Are you all going to Captain Gideon? Or you guys have some kind of battle plan on how you're approaching this whole thing? What do you want to do?
I'm probably gonna. Let's go to Captain Gideon.
Well, do we all like the idea of having maybe Yorick come in as a patron as opposed to a bodyguard? Maybe keep one person at a nearby table.
No, I'm gonna be. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
gonna be like.
I
I'm gonna
think-
be hanging out with Captain Gideon, kind of being not a bodyguard. I'm just with him. I'm not like at a separate table or anything. You could do that, but can you afford it?
Yes, I'll have the water, please.
Yeah, another water, please.
Is the bread
7
free?
more waters. Water for everyone.
On me.
Pedro, what kind of prices are we talking here?
Are you from Falas?
No, cosmic.
So right. So you wouldn't necessarily know, but I mean, it's going to be
but
pricey.
I know.
This is an expensive restaurant in the middle of a tourist trap.
Its Yelp review has at least $4 signs.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
Yeah, you can't afford this shit.
yeah, maybe let's save some gold and just do the 3 bodyguard scenario.
Okay.
By the way, we're all
you
just
said that-
making our way over at this point because we're running late and talking it over, I guess.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. All right. So
We've been talking for like an hour.
you go first, I go second. Oh God, I knew you'd say that. But yeah, so you
Now,
all
we're not pulling any weapons unless we're in mortal danger, right?
Yeah. Well, except Connor. He can do whatever the hell he wants because he has a fucking rifle.
that's how it works. So yeah, you make your way back to Captain Gideon's ship, and he's waiting in the port district. He's not on his ship. He's already waiting for you.
Okay.
And
So we
once you
found him
approach, once you approach, he kind of nods up to his crew, and they pull up the walkway. And the ship is now there's no way to get on the ship. And he looks at you and he says, "You cleaned up nicely." But then he looks over at Corin, who's like just in a robe, and Homur, who I assume did not dress up, and he's like, "I feel."
You told Homer not to do anything, and Corin's going to hang out with Homer.
I'm just
because
he's
it's
an
not safe
adventurer.
to
I'm
leave
surprised he
someone.
listened, so I'm glad.
He's not the usual adventurer. He's a cook.
I'm a cook.
He says to a mouthful of food.
Yeah.
And he's just shoving his face before we go to the food.
So you're
place
just
he
going to be
doesn't
hiding
smell it.
nearby then?
No, but I will be nearby.
They'll be standing in wait to come at a moment's notice.
Not hiding, they're nearby. So you got that half right.
Okay, yeah, sure. He just kind of we have to get going now, so
Yeah.
All right, so he kind of quickly makes his way towards the restaurant, and so the Whisper is located on a beautiful cobblestone street. It's an expensive building meant to look quaint. It's plain wooden exterior is made of exotic woods not found in this area. The simple glass windows are exquisitely crafted, most likely costing more than a house in Falas. Inside, you find tasteful candles everywhere, with each table carefully covered with a beautiful white tablecloth. The place lives
Are
up
they
to...
scented candles?
Well, I mean,
Are they scented candles?
they're not scented candles, no.
Oh,
Um,
they're just wax.
yeah,
What's the point?
I'm sorry, this isn't working out
What's
for
the
you.
point? What's the point of a candle if it's not scented?
Light?
Light?
In anywhere but a restaurant, I might agree with you.
And it's like the idea that you're like, I don't have to put up with this poppycock, and you just walk out.
I kick over a table. Kick over a table and walk out.
But what?
The scented candles cost extra.
Once you walk in, there is someone standing at a small little podium who comes. Once you walk up, he's like, "May I help you?" And Gideon whispers back, "Yeah." Oh, my name is Captain Gideon, and he kind of gives the information, and he kind of nods and says, well, "Let me check and see if you're on the list." You are. And it's needlessly like formal. So depending on your tolerance, you might not be too excited, but eventually everything's cleared and he takes you to a table that's already been waiting for you. The place, like I said, lives up to its name. You can barely hear the conversations of the restaurant over the quiet clinking of silverware and glasses. Sitting at a table near a window are 3 individuals waiting for you. And you're escorted over to that table, and the 3 individuals that wait you near the window towards the side of the restaurant, there's a man with black hair neatly trimmed close to the scalp. He's the tallest one in the group. He has a commanding stature. Wisps of gray hair decorate his temples. He keeps his face cleanly shaven. The man next to him, however, has no such concerns. He is a dwarf with a lively smile and a heavy, thrice-braided golden beard to go with it. Speaking with him is a woman with red hair pulled back into a ponytail. She looks slightly uncomfortable in her black dress, but does what she can to look like she fits in. And the two, like I said, the dwarf and her are kind of speaking back and forth. And then when they see you, they stand up. They wait till you get really close because they can't really talk too loud. And from this point on, I'm going to assume we're all whispering.
Okay, so that way I don't have to whisper.
Yes.
I was kind of worried about that. I was
Yeah.
like, Odin's gonna have to.
I mean, you can whisper if you want to, but
I was like, I am going to make Odin not say anything, so I don't have to worry about this shit.
It has to be a stage whisper though, because we got a show to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm assuming everyone's
this
whispering
is
unless
now
you
an
say
A.
otherwise.
This is now
It's like
an
just a
ASMR
serial
podcast.
soliloquy.
So the red-haired lady stands up, and like her ponytail, like her dress is very elegant and beautiful, but her ponytail is like she just grabbed her hair, threw it back, and then just tied it up and got it out of her way. And you come up to the table, and she nods. And she's Captain Gideon. Who are your companions? And she's especially interested in Connor. And he looks around and says, "These are we have some news for you. I thought it'd be best if I brought some friends with me. It's not great news."
Pretty terrible news, actually.
And he kind of looks, yeah, it's really bad. Let's just sit down and eat. Let's just get some, and you guys sit down, but she looks very upset, and she's like, no. Now, real quick before I go on, you are from Falas, right, Odin?
Yes.
Are the other 2 people here musicians or fans of music in any way?
Interested in it from like a historical perspective.
Okay.
But not like
Yorick?
He studies music history, not music.
right.
Yorick?
Sorry.
Are you a fan of music in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah.
Oh, me or Yorick?
Yorick. I mean, we'll talk later, I guess, about music if you want to, Josh, but right now.
Are you into jazz? Or
Right.
No, Yorick is not musical.
Okay. So then Odin's probably the only one that notices that the dwarf sitting here is a pretty famous musician. He's a harmonica slamming dwarf named Kasem. So,
Case 'em, right?
and he smells, and he's obviously he's whispering, but he's like, "That is me, that is me." He smiles and kind of leans back.
Heard your work. Fantastic.
No doubt. So like you've all sat down and you put your food orders in, taking time to look at the menu, but the red-haired lady is just tapping her fingers, and then
Understandably.
she's just does not want to deal with this right now. And once you leave, she takes a second, and right when she's ready to open her mouth, Kasem leans forward and he's like, "So you know my name? I'd like to know your names." And she's like,
My name is Odin Fogbrew.
Yorick Ashpan.
"Josh, it's a little harder to hear you."
Oh. Yorick Ashpan. I'm supposed to be whispering, right?
He's getting into character.
And then
I can-
he stares at Connor.
Name is Connor Rath.
"Gunslinger, huh?"
Indeed, I am.
He's interested, and he says, "Who taught you?"
Nina.
And he just kind of nods, thinks about it for a second. So finally, after she's like, "Okay," the red-haired lady's like, "And I'm Talum, and you know Kasem, and that's Marcus," and she points to the first individual I described, and she's like, "So now we know names. What's going on?" And Captain Gideon, he says, "Well, I believe that we had a sort of a non-disclosure agreement in our contract that prevents you from talking about the elements of our business venture with anybody else." And she's like, "We didn't have a contract." And he's like, "God damn it. Well, maybe just don't tell anybody what happened. I have a reputation that I'd like to build." So the
Build.
package, which I still don't know what it was, but the package, it made it to Cosnick, and she's kind of nodding, and she's like, "And then it went to Dorminir," and he said, "Maybe, could be a lot of places." And she looks confused, and he says, you know, it disappeared." And she's just dead silent. And she says, "What do you mean it disappeared? It is nearly impossible to lift. It couldn't just disappear." And he goes, "I know, right?" And she's just looking more and more mad. And he's finally like, "Look, someone snuck on my ship, and they drew a whole bunch of crazy pictures. And then they made it disappear. Sounds like magic." And she looks at Kasem, and Kasem thinks about it for a second. "Well," and he looks over at Talum, and he says, "I mean, the crate's still sealed. It won't open without the trigger, so we just got to go get it back, right?" And Talum thinks about it for a second. She's like, "But what is that stuff?" And he thinks about it for a second, and Kasem's like, "Sounds like a teleportation circle." And they're just kind of talking back and forth in front of you guys. They don't seem to really care if the rest of you are there. And they kind of think back and forth, and she's like, "Well, okay, teleportation circle, that would work with the portal stone, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, we were going to go grab the portal stone here anyway, so okay, look." And then she looks over at the captain. She's like, "Do you mind if we take a look at that teleportation circle, right?" And Kasem nods, and she's like, "Can we get up on the ship?" And that's when Gideon's a little nervous because he knows that he's getting in over his head, and he looks to you guys, and he says, "Well, these people aren't just my these are my associates, my consultants. I would like to consult before we move forward." And then he turns to you guys and he whispers, I guess, even lower. And he says, "What do you?"
The whispery of whispers.
I want out of this entire situation. I don't want to deal with any of this. What gets me out of this the quickest? What do you guys think? I don't know how adventurers think.
Let's do this. Let's take them on the ship.
Yeah, it seems like they're handling this rather well. I'd say, let them know the information, and we could potentially follow them if we need to. But you could be done.
Yeah, as per Dad's suggestion in our Zoom chat, Odin jumps up, just kicks down the door, and runs out. No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Kicks over a few tables in the process.
No. So for real, I mean, I'm not reading the chat. I don't know what's going on over there.
Maybe that's a good thing.
No, I was talking about her Zoom chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm not reading that either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pedro is completely innocent. He doesn't look at chats at all.
Yeah. See.
He doesn't like you guys.
What? No, it's not that. It's just.
It's for the best because we're trying to play a game. I think we should let them go to the ship and go with them.
Gideon, is there any reason you don't want them on that ship?
I just don't want to drag this out anymore. Like, I let a group of adventurers look at my ship, and nothing got resolved. And then I came here, and you guys got on my ship, and you looked at it. I still feel like nothing's resolved. Now a third group of adventurers.
We didn't waste too much time, to be fair.
Now a third group of adventurers wants to come on the ship and look at everything.
Well, they're probably more likely to know what's going on than us. If they get on the ship, then they might know how to activate the teleportation circle, go find the package, and
And you can tell him is just so angry and anxious, and he's like, "So what is a portal stone? What are they saying about that? Is that going to break my ship? What is that?"
Probably not.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys have never heard of it.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard of it, but it sounds fine.
Sounds fine. I've never heard of it, but couldn't possibly cause me any more trouble.
You can ask them what they hope to glean from looking at the ship, but it's a reasonable request.
Your mic got
They
suddenly
wanna know-
really loud, Josh. It was weird.
I didn't actually change any settings.
It's like it might be adjusting. Is it set to adjust in Zoom?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I shall find out.
it's a reasonable request. Their package went missing. They might know what's up.
And you trust them? You like them?
I want to make an insight check on them
Okay.
at this very moment. Insight's one of my specialties. Never mind.
All right.
That's a 9.
Yeah, and don't feel one way or the other on them.
Yeah. I rolled a 4 and I was like, okay, well that's not doing much.
All right. Well, if you guys think it's wise to let them on the ship and inspect everything, that's fine with me.
I think Yorick would like to make a check just to get his feeling as to whether they're being truthful about this stone, or at least what they're choosing to reveal.
Sure.
Never mind. 6.
6. Yeah. So. All right. Connor, you got anything?
This whole time she's just tapping the table.
Yep.
I think we should be able to follow them.
A question: is this tapping louder than a whisper?
It is, and the wait staff's looking at her, but they're not approaching. Meanwhile, I need Homer. What is your passive perception?
probably my specialty.
13.
13? Okay, 1 second. Let me find out.
No.
13? All right. So everything's cool. Yeah. So if
There's
Captain
definitely not an army standing outside the door.
Yep. Captain's like, all right, if you guys think it's a good idea, what do I care? All right, that's fine with me. So he turns around and he says, sure, you guys can take a look. And then he thinks about everything. He's like, but you know what? I don't want people coming in and off my ship. You get one chance. And he pulls out the gold that he owes them. He's like, here's the money that you paid me to get a job done that I couldn't get done. So there you go. And Talon doesn't take it, but Kasem's like, takes it and puts it. Yeah,
Some nice cash.
yeah. The other gentleman, Marcus, he's like stone cold, just
I like
hasn't moved, hasn't said anything, and
he might be paralyzed. Quickly
but
get him to
Gideon's
court.
like, you get on the ship one time and one time only, so make it count. And
they stay on the ship the entire night.
no, Talon looks upset by that, and she's like, fine, then don't leave for 2 days. Give us time to find what we gotta find. And then, fine. That's fine. And she gets up, and she's like, it's time to go. And Kasem's like, we haven't eaten yet. And
Yeah, this
she's
is the
like,
problem. We
it
need
doesn't,
food.
I'm leaving. And Kasem's like, that's fair. And then she looks like Marcus, and Marcus just looks down, and he's like, and he just kind of rubs his tummy a little bit, and she's like, oh my God.
I like these adventures.
And she
Except
leaves.
her. I
She
don't
gets
like
up and
her.
leaves. She leaves like a gold on the table for a tip and leaves. Yeah. What about the rest of you want to stay for dinner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
During this time, do you want to ask them any questions, or do you kind of want to just have your dinner and we move on?
No, I want to ask him what's in the box.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually something that we kind of wanted to do.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Kasem's like, sorry, she's pretty wound up. This job's taking a toll on her because it's not efficient, and she's very efficient, and most jobs take a toll on her. So, and then the
That's
food
completely
comes,
understandable.
and the food comes, and it looks delicious and exquisite. I hope you don't want to get full because these are very small portions.
Of course, they're
The
small.
plate is huge and decorative. The food is, you do what you gotta do. It's here for taste, not for health.
At the very least, Homer isn't missing much,
Yeah.
except delicious food.
Just
Connor and Yorick
very
are a little
little
more
of it.
full than the rest.
Homer, you watch as the redhead lady with the black dress walks out. Doing anything, or you just gonna let her go?
Was I informed ahead of time that this is somebody we're looking for?
If you've been kind of like scouting around, it's reasonable that you would have seen them talk to her inside the restaurant. So
Yeah. Okay.
He's at the window right next to our table. Just like,
Oh, a window! Thank God.
a window we can jump out of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Falas, the
tap
land of
Corin on the
windows.
shoulder.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not you.
Tap Corin on the shoulder. Oh,
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you because there was a lot of chatter. That's all. You were fine.
okay.
Yeah.
I would tap Corin on the shoulder and go after her.
Okay.
Excuse
So
me,
Oh.
miss.
she turns around. Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I'm glad we could do this. And she turns around and start walking away.
Well, that was informative.
I'm hoping Homer's got better people skills than I do. What would be the next part of a conversation?
Let's do it this way. Roll a charisma check. See if you can get anywhere with her.
Okay.
It can even be diplomacy if you
Okay.
want.
Natural 20. You are now dating her.
More of natural 1. I do nothing.
Oh, you played it well. You played it well.
Okay.
You said hi and walked away.
So it looks like she was going to head left, and then as soon as she found out you were going to talk to her, she's now heading to the right.
Well, this is informative.
Is Corin with me?
Yeah, she's right behind you awkwardly, not talking.
Well, isn't she normally
All right,
awkward?
Corin, we need to talk to her and get more information. Are you ready for
Hey,
talking to other people?
come over here real quick. We're supposed to talk to you. And she turns around and she's like, what? And then she looks at Corin and she looks her up and down. And then there's kind of a little bit of a fear in her eye. And she's like, there's something we have to talk about. I have to go. And she kind of has a brisk pace.
Well, that was actually informative.
Yeah. I also have insight trained.
And you don't need to. I mean, you don't have to roll insight to know that she's like, like you picked up on that signal. She's not trying to hide anything.
I thought it was your amazing talking.
But
skills.
Corin's like, no, did you hear me? And she's
She heard you, Corin. This is the point where we go after her.
oh, yeah. So she starts running after her. Are you running after her too?
I'm taking out my pipe and my music box, and let's go.
All right. So you take off after her. She darts down an alley. Give me a perception check.
I'm kind of
That's
curious as to
fun. No. 8.
curious as to what the music box plays, what role it plays in Homer's character.
It plays lullabies.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
It turns out this whole time it did nothing.
well, it makes Homer feel better.
What's your perception check?
8.
8. All clear. All right. So you take off after her, and she darts down the alley right away. As you guys round the corner, it's kind of a tightly packed alleyway, and she's standing there, and she's got her fist balled up, and she's kind of in some weird kind of like stance, and she's like, "What do you want?"
Is she a monk?
And Corin's
I-
like,
I-
"Oh, he wanted to talk to you, and then you ran away." So, go ahead, Homer. And then she kind of takes a step aside.
Right. Sorry about this. Let's start over. My name is Homer. I'd like to talk to you about a shipment you put with Captain Gideon.
Why?
He is asking for our help to get the
Don't
matter.
bring us into
figured out.
this.
Oh, what?
Don't bring our group into this.
He's by himself.
Too
He
late.
can't. Your telepathic bond doesn't reach past actual vocal range.
I'm not shoulder Ertleby.
Right. Yeah, so she's kind of just like slightly turned from like in this kind of weird stance, fist balled up. What do you want?
Can you tell us what was in the box? Please.
No.
Okay.
Corin's
Is there
like,
someone-
damn it.
Foiled again.
Um,
I love Corin's innocence.
is there someone we could talk to about what's in the box?
Oh, let me clear it up for you. I'm not going to tell you what's in the box. It's not like you don't have like you're not going to speak to like our manager or something. What business is it of yours?
We're trying to find something ourselves, and we're just trying to
What are you looking for?
check this off the list. I look at Corin for support at this point.
And she takes a step forward and she's like, "We're looking for sanctuary." And give me an insight check.
Yes. Sorry.
That's awesome. No, it
It's not a
27.
1, it's a 2.
Oh no, sorry. 27's too high. Sorry. Whew, just 25. I'm sorry. I'm not double
Amiga
confused.
25.
It's only 25.
Yeah, she the moment Corin drops that name, she looks much more nervous than before. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's
They
clear
put
that she's
Sanctuary
lying.
They put Sanctuary in a fucking box.
Told you.
And Corin's
Sanctuary-
like, I think she knows something.
Sanctuary is the box.
Okay. Miss, I've introduced myself. What is your name?
My name is Goodbye, and she's going to make a check.
Well, that's not a very good name.
Oh no.
It's an invisibility check. She's going to try and become invisible. Natural one. She is more visible than before.
You watch as she jumps up on a dumpster behind her, and then does a couple kicks off the walls, and she's already up 2 stories.
I like her.
Okay.
You've
quick
got
think
you've
time.
got one action to figure out something to do before she leaves.
Oh. You know what? Good as time as any. I've been holding out on this. I'm going to burn an astro dice, bring out my whisper, and put him, since it's within sight, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, 30 feet. So I'm going to put it in front of her, slightly above.
All
since
right.
it can fly.
Yep. So how does it work? Do you have to play the box, or?
I have to side some panels in my box to get at the inner workings, which has the element I need in it.
Yep.
Oh,
And-
that. Oh, I understand everything. Everything makes sense.
Yeah. So you quickly make the adjustments of the music box you need, and then there's this small like wisp of sound, and then suddenly these this like burst of steam forms above her, like a and pulls together, and then Corin looks up as this elemental made of pure steam kind of forms. Do you want to describe how it looks to you?
Pulsing. It's just like a convection current continuously feeding in on itself.
Nice. So yeah,
So it's
it takes its full form, and it's right above her. And she stops, and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And she's like, looks back and forth at you. What do you want to do now?
I'm having Wisp use his little push
All right.
to bring her back to the ground.
This is Jeffrey.
All right.
Have you met my friend Jeffrey?
Okay. So I give the mental command,
Mhm.
and then I have to roll for him.
Yeah.
Okay, 19. I don't know what his modifiers are off the top of my head.
I can pull them for you real quick.
Thank you. I think it's plus my charisma modifier, which would put it at 22.
Typically, yeah, but they have their own stats too. Do you not have those on hand?
I have them on the D&D Beyond. I just have to open up the note section.
Okay.
Plus, I didn't expect I'd be whipping them out yet. It's a +4.
Okay. Yep. I don't have your guide up on right away, so yeah, we'll go
No,
plus.
it's-
It's +4. All right, cool. So,
Yeah.
so you're using the first ability, or you
Yeah.
just okay? Give me half a second then.
Yeah, because he's only level 1, so
Mhm.
or not the first one. It's an attack because his first ability is he makes me run 10 feet faster,
You're just going for the shove then.
just for a shove.
Okay, 1 second then. All right, so yeah, there's a huge shove. You just feel like you hear like the rush of steam slam into her, and it knocks her off the side. So
Back towards us.
Yep, yeah, she lands right back in the alley where you're at, and she lands, and you're waiting for her to kind of thud, but she kind of grips the side of the wall, and it slows her descent a bit, and then she rolls and stands up and kicks up, and let's roll initiative.
She knows parkour.
We just want to talk.
shoved her off a building.
So everyone roll initiative just so we know where you fall in if you guys come out.
See, I'm glad that we didn't leave Homer out here alone.
All right. So, Connor.
12.
12. All right. And Homer.
12.
All right. And Odin.
19.
Nice.
Actually, it's a 12.
And Yorick.
20.
All right.
We're all 12s.
Homer, it is your turn.
All right. One more time. Listen, we just want to talk. Please, let's just talk.
All right. Talking is a free
Ready
action. You do.
action.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Ready in action that if she tries to move again, I'm going to have whispered. I'm going to prepare a gust to push her again so that she can't go anywhere.
All right. I'll like kind of push you back into the
Back into the wall so she can't do any more fancy wall runs.
All right.
Oh, but those walls and runs are so cool.
They are, but it lets her get away.
I would just like to clarify that back in the restaurant, we're talking about flower arranging, music.
Yeah, we're definitely
meditation.
talking about music.
Heavy metal.
We're
So
talking about J-Rock.
she's getting ready to run at you. So you're gonna have whispers ready to go then.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and
To
do another roll.
me. Nope. Stay on the table. Okay. 16.
All right. So yeah, she tries to rush forward, and Whisper quickly descends, and then there's a burst of hot air that shoves her back, and she can't go anywhere. And then Corin blocks the alleyway. All right, it's a new round. So I'm going to go back to the restaurant, and you said you guys were going to question them as well?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's what we came here for.
Yeah, so you guys are having a nice meal, and Kasem's enjoying himself. Marcus seems like he's glad the food's finally there. And then who's bringing it up?
I would. Connor probably would.
All right.
Connor's just like, I just want to get done with this,
Yeah.
so I can go destroy an entire brotherhood.
I'm not comfortable in this restaurant.
All right.
And its fanciness.
So like fancy.
So guys, listen.
You want to hear a song, don't you?
You know,
I
do,
can't
but
do it
He would,
here.
he would love to hear a song.
I wish I could. I can't whisper the stuff that I lay out.
Well, maybe after dinner's over, you know, like outside or something, you could
Sure.
lay down.
I'll do you a favor.
Let us hear your track. Listen, we're really curious. Like, we're trying to find something, and all accounts point to that the box had something to do with it. Do you guys know what was in there?
The crate?
Yeah, the crate. Yeah.
Oh man, we're it's kind of awkward to talk about cannonballs.
What kind of? I mean, like just like regular cannonballs.
Yep, cannonballs.
I'm taking an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, this just screams insight check.
Plus, I thought cannonballs were a type of ammunition.
It's a good call, Dana.
That's a
What
13.
What did you say, Data?
Oh, cannons are a type of gun.
Right.
Yeah, so that would ring. That would be very interesting to Conrad. He would just say that out loud.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So 13.
These things.
13 for me.
13 sounds legit. Yorick.
12.
He's on the up and up. Connor, you don't really have to roll because you can. Well, Jesus Christ, I don't know if you can. What does your cannonball say? What'd you roll?
Well, instead of rolling, I knocked my dice off the table, then knocked my water bottle down.
All right.
Yeah. Was it insight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only got 11. So
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, it must be cannonballs. But even if that was, like
Right.
whether you believe him or not, the idea of cannonballs is interesting. That he would boldly claim that.
Yeah.
So that's up to you, Connor, where you want to go with that.
Especially for something that's like she's worrying this much about it.
Yeah.
It's like you're not worried about cannonballs, that's for sure.
You say that out loud?
No.
Okay, so you seem
Well-
like it sounds legit to you.
Well, I'm kind of a little still concerned, but
Sure,
I'm
sure.
like,
But yeah, Connor, where are you going with it?
Cannonballs for they're usually used in like I don't know, cannons. Who
He's
Who
kind
are
of
these
nodding.
going to again?
I know where you're going with this, and it's a collector, artifact collector. These cannonballs were used in the war, and he wants to kind of collect different artifacts from the war. So we figure, yeah, cannonballs, and that's all dangerous and stuff. But without cannons, they're just giant pieces of metal. So we didn't think any gunslingers would be interested in that.
That
So
makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
That,
Was this a collector in Cosmic?
no, Dorminair actually. That's where they're being shipped to. Yeah. Incredibly heavy.
Well, I turns out I'm also a historian, and I've been
Give me a check real quick. I mean,
what kind of check.
Intelligence.
Okay. Oh, right. 9.
Do you have any sort of
Night of bad
knowledge
rolls.
type check, like a history check?
Yeah, I have a +3 to history.
Okay, that's good enough. Beating the 10 is all that mattered. Falas was the only kingdom that did not participate in the war. The war never came this far out west.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that they're loading up cannonballs in
From
Falas
here.
is interesting.
yeah, so Connor's pretty sure they're full of shit now.
Well, guys, where did you get all these cannonballs from? I didn't think Falas was part of the war.
It wasn't. That's why the balls came out here through the Gaviani auction house. Give me another insight check if you guys want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hope I
Is the Gaviani auction house a flawless thing? Would I
Yeah, it
know
is.
that?
It is. It's a legit place. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's good.
Connor's dice hate Connor.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's a 16.
16's actually good enough. You feel like that would have been a pretty big deal coming through here, and you don't buy it. There's something about the way he says it that you're like, maybe he had to wait too long to think of what he was going to say on that. But you smell bad fish, fishy.
So like all fish.
Yeah, Yorick.
The fish I deal with at work at Einstein Brothers. Sponsored.
I got a 14.
God, that's good enough for you too, York. It's like,
I don't know anything about this place.
but he can see the doubt in your face, and he kind of leans forward, and he's like, "What's your interest?" And then we go back to Homer.
Oh, joy. So let's try this again.
No.
What is in the box?
What's in the box?
And she kind of smiles, and she thinks about it for a second. She's like, "You know what's in the box. What are you going to do about it?" And Corin's like, "Do you know what's in the box, Homer?"
Sorry, was that too loud? I'm just. Do I, Pedro?
I mean, you can take a fucking guess, I guess.
It's the guy we're looking for.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's her response. Like she's like, you know what's in the box. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna keep shoving me in a dumpster?
No. If you're gonna say that, I think we need to take this a little higher up.
I was gonna say that's an option.
What are you doing, Homer?
Can my steam elemental grapple?
Yeah. Oh well, your steam elemental. Yeah, you can. That's a great question.
He gives
Let's
nice
not worry
warm
about it tonight.
hugs.
Yeah, let's
I'm
not worry
just
about it
gonna start doing subdual damage.
Okay.
He gives nice warm hugs.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we do that. Push.
You're just gonna push
Steam
again?
push. Yeah.
Okay.
14.
14. All right.
But Pedro,
What?
I'm doing subdual damage.
Okay. So you're not pushing then. You're attacking.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. But
All
yeah,
right, I'm gonna just. Okay.
All right.
How is Corn reacting to this?
She's waiting to find out who the hell's in that box.
Oh,
Or what?
Or
Sanctuary.
what? Yeah. And she's
It's
like,
Sanctuary. Yeah, we
No, the box is sanctuary. There's
Oh.
nothing inside.
so what was your attack roll?
14.
14 is a hit.
Okay. I think I've got like a die 4 damage.
Okay.
Let me double check. But die 6 plus 4.
Okay.
Bludgeoning. Oh, no, this thing is so powerful. 9.
9. All right.
9.
So yeah, you watch just this burst of steam erupts and slams into her, and you obviously her being blasted back hurt her, but also because of the steam, there's also you can see that it's kind of like heating her up as well. She's still being. Don't worry. Like the way that 5e works is there's no subdual damage. There's no separate hit point system. It's just that your last hit is the knockout hit instead of the kill. Yeah. So yeah, she kind of takes a step back, and then it is her turn, and she is going to rush forward and close distance with you right away. So on her way there, though, you watch as she kind of takes a step to the side and then quickly darts around your elemental, and your elemental does not get an opportunity attack because of the way she moved.
Okay.
And then she closes distance with you right away, and then she kind of slides up in front of you, and she almost baseball slides, and then kicks up and does a somersault kick.
I'm going down, aren't I?
And she hits you for 5 damage as she does almost like a flash kick.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 damage to the chin.
Oh, ow.
And then
Made that chin, right?
it is now Corin's turn, and she whispers 3 hit points back to you right away. Or wait, no, sorry, 5 hit points back to you
Okay.
with a healing
still...
word.
Man,
Thank
she can
you.
whisper that stuff. She'd be great in a fight in a whisper.
You backed the wrong horse. No, all right, so back to the restaurant, and he's like, yeah. So, Kasem asked you a question. He's kind of leaning forward. So what's going on?
Listen, I'm gonna level with you. I think you're lying about at least something about this. We're looking for sanctuary. Where is he?
And he picks up a napkin and just finishes his bite, and he's like, "We're done here." And he drops a pouch of gold and walks away. And he's like, "Marcus,"
One up his leg.
and Marcus nods, and they get up and walk out. And Gideon's like, "Whew, I'm glad that's over."
Okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up, put 10 gold on the table, and
Hey, where are you going?
follow them quietly.
Where are you going?
I'm I'm assuming that's Gideon talking,
Yeah,
and not some random stranger.
No.
I'm gonna put a finger up to his face and keep walking.
And he looks. I mean, he's not like as he takes his fork and puts it into your food and brings it to his plate. He's just absolutely disgusted by the fact you would just leave him, and then he starts eating your food. Connor,
Should I be making a stealth check for this?
if you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stealthing this because I want to be a stealth ninja. I want to be Batman.
All right.
Ooh, that's a great roll. That's a 25.
Nice. All right. So
I stealth the
Connor,
shit out of this.
Should we follow them?
Gideon's like,
Yeah.
no, just let him go.
No, they definitely know what's going on.
I know, right?
exactly
Leave
what
him
we're here
alone.
for.
Now, what?
No, we're looking. Thank you for your help. And I get,
Captain-
and Connor gets up and
And he's like, as he puts your food on his plate too, he's like, "Are you kidding me?
You can totally have it. You're totally fine.
What? I know."
We'll talk to you later.
Captain, I believe your business
P.S. you're
with them is
paying.
concluded.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking my food.
Yeah, you're good. All right.
And then he's like, "Yorick, it's just you and me, man. What's up with these guys?"
They're
kidding.
insane, I know. You may have my food as well. Goodbye, sir.
But what if they come back from? Oh my god! All right, so he takes your food too,
we're
and he's like,
we're following them.
he has
We'll
like
know if they come back.
he has what looks like almost a normal sized plate of food at this point. He's taking
Wait,
so many
so
different.
Sorry, so he took food from 6 plates, and now it looks like a normal sized portion.
It's it's kind of like a.
It's one of those fancy meals.
Yeah.
As a cook, I'm a little upset about this.
But you don't know about it.
You're getting paid a lot for making. You're getting paid for making very little. So
So yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, people around him just look disgusted at his eating habits because they can't believe
I
he would
approve
ruin
of
their.
his
He
eating
can't
habits.
believe he would ruin the atmosphere of this restaurant with his hunger.
isn't he in like the corner?
yeah. So the rest of you leave. Are you all stealthing, just like Odin, or are you just like?
I feel like it'd be a good idea to at least try.
Definitely stealthy.
That's all I can guarantee is that I'll try.
Okay.
So far, this hasn't worked out.
Did either of you? Oh wait, neither of you have money. I was gonna say, are you guys leaving tips? And I was like, nope, you don't have anything. So
Yep, I'm just leaving. I don't even give a crap.
you slept in the church.
I just about stole that guy's bag of money that he plopped down, but I'm taking myself back.
Yeah. So Connor's like bumping into tables as he stealths his way out. Yorick, how you doing?
I'm so sorry.
Wait, am I stealthing my way out of the restaurant or?
It's an overall stealth roll.
Oh, okay, 15.
15. All right. So yeah, you're not hitting any tables, but like Connor, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
I got this gun. I'm really.
Yeah,
it's
he's swinging
The
himself all
gun
over.
makes you stand out.
As he's
Homer.
walking, it's just bonking people on the head as he goes by.
Homer's going to cast a spell. I'd like to pick up a small piece of debris in this alleyway, like a bottle or something, and I'm just gonna catapult it at her.
Nice.
Okay, like a glass bottle, a broken glass bottle.
Something light. It has to be less than 5 pounds, and a bottle seems like something that could be an alleyway.
Yep, that'd be
If there's
fine.
a loose stone, I'll take that too.
Yeah, you got a bottle.
I'm gonna say a bottle is gonna cut her. It's gonna do a lot more damage than a rock.
So what are the conditions of the
there.
spell? Do you have to make an attack roll? Do I make a save? What do you do for catapult?
It's verbal and somatic, and it is an attack roll.
Okay, so go ahead.
I got a 16.
That is a hit.
Looking up damage, I think it's just 2d6. Three die 8 bludgeoning damage. Okay.
I was like, yeah, it's a little more powerful than
I was gonna say that
Oh,
sounds
God.
like my rapier.
15 plus 8 is 23.
Wait, 15 plus 8? Oh, because 3d8.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
All right. So yeah, you quickly like kind of throw your hand over to a bottle, and you give it like a push, and this huge burst of air sends it sailing across the alleyway, right across her face, and just it hits her right in the at the bottom of the bottle, and she kind of reels back, and she's absolutely shocked at how fast that was flying. And she's like, I don't know what the hell you are. And she's running at you.
He's a magic man.
Well, she's not running at you. She's already right there. But
She's taking a step towards you.
yeah, she kind of takes one step forward, and then
Is it also possible to let go of Whisper at this point?
yeah, if you want to, like desummon
This
him
is gonna-
essentially.
This is causing a scene, and I don't want to draw too much attention.
You're in an
Sure.
alley.
What is that service? Man,
They said, "What is that service?"
Wait, what?
because
my-
look at
my
that.
My wife.
Oh,
It's
She's
it's his
she's
wife.
being very kind.
She's
Hi
also
there.
a member of the Awful Good podcast.
It's true.
Sponsored.
That's
Where-
why I was married.
Where
She's
would,
from
where,
Awful
but
Good.
but you know, you keep mentioning it, but like, where would I even find Awful Good?
At awfulgoodcrew.com.
That's a good question, Peter.
Or,
Crazy.
or on anywhere you would find podcasts.
Like Google Play or iTunes. Sponsored. We're sponsored by Awful Good.
No, not awfulgood.com. Not that.
Awful
I don't know
Good-
what that leads to. Don't go there.
Don't go.
That sounds like a terrible. Don't. Awful Good Crew. Awfulgoodcrew.com.
Don't go there. I just checked it.
Oh, God. Pull up. Data. What is your AC?
They
10.
sent people to awfulgood.com.
10?
and
Alright.
apparently, it's not a good thing.
All right. So she does like this really
good to know.
quick kick into your midsection for 6 damage.
Yeah. It's not. Anything.
You still up?
Still up.
And then she leans forward and basically like, kind of double punches you for another 7 damage.
I'm out.
And then yeah, and it, but you're not making death saves. It was non-lethal.
It's a dual damage?
It was, yeah.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
so nice of her.
And then after you drop, you don't hear it, but she looks over at Corn and she's like, "Pick him up and get out of here." And Corn's sitting there for a second. She's like, and you're out, so you don't know what happens after that. Back to the restaurant.
We're not in the restaurant.
Correct. Well, you're outside of it. Sorry. Back to the wherever you guys are. Like,
Back to
Because we were so stealthy.
right. No,
no one
Odin's
knows
gone.
what-
Odin's completely stealthed out. Like, you guys step outside
Yeah,
the
like,
restaurant.
I stood up in a chair and
Yeah.
I disappeared.
So, you watch
the
as
last
Odin, you're the first one out. You watch as Kasem and Marcus are heading left down a side street.
Naturally, I'm gonna follow them.
Okay. So you kind of keep walking with them, and they get down the alley, and then they knock on a window, and the window is already like kind of like partially open. The window opens up, and this like furry faced, like thick red face with like a just like a, almost like, no, I want to say a snout, but like there's fur all around this person's face, like red fur. But then they have just kind of like this like bulging mouth, like, and it comes like,
Werewolf.
and he pokes his head out and he's like, "Hey, where's Talum?" And he's like, "This other group's onto us. They're gonna cause some trouble. They don't know what's going on. Like, we gotta get out of here." And the person that crawls out, this is not like any kind of humanoid that, unless you spend time in the forests, this is not like a standard humanoid. This person comes out in nice robes, almost a little similar to Corin's original robes that she was gonna wear, but with a different pattern on the front. And he comes out with this huge morning star on his side, and he's like, "Well, where are we gonna catch up with him? Come on, Selleck." And you can hear some armor clang as the next person to come out is about like 7.5 feet tall. I mean, 6.5 feet tall, with a full plate mail and then also a tabard as well with the same symbol that that creature had. As they kind of like snake their way out and stand to full height, this man's covered in scales, and has a huge tail that comes out from the backside as well, and it seems to be some kind of lizard-like creatures. If you know your outsider.
lizard people.
Yeah, it's a lizard folk. So lizard folk, and what you would eventually figure out is a hobgoblin. And they both have these kind of like holy kind of clothing on them. And it's like, we got to catch up with her. I don't know where she is. And it's like, all right, let's go. What are you doing, Odin?
I'm listening and
Okay.
I'm not doing anything to give myself away.
Sure.
And if they go any direction, I'm following.
Okay. Now, Connor, you see them going too, and you're stealthing. Are you following Odin?
Stealthing.
Yeah, I would try my best.
Can you even see me?
Huh? Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess when you get out there, you're not even sure where Odin is. Good call, Odin. Give me a perception check. We'll find out if you can see him.
Please no.
Please
That's
don't.
the best check of the night. 17.
What did you roll originally?
It was
25. Yeah.
I wasn't concerned too much.
Yeah. He's...
Okay, so I don't even know where anybody went.
No, you get out there and you're like, and then right behind you is Yorick. Yorick, do you want to get a perception check? See if you can catch.
I'll try.
Well, unless you have
Nope.
a +5 to perception, then we're not
Yeah.
going to see anything no matter what.
So yeah, you see Connor and he's kind of low to the ground and he's like, shik 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 shik, like just right in the middle of the street, crossing over, trying to find out where he's going. You think he's stealthing?
He's the perfect stealth machine.
I'm very quiet.
Yeah.
He's the perfect ninja.
I mean, jeez.
So what are you doing, Yorick?
Uh,
I mean, you guys pretty much see each other, so at this point, it's up to you if you're still gonna.
like,
I
man,
don't
we've
know.
been
I don't know where they
ditched. Yeah, it can. Can Odin see us?
Probably. You want
I
me
mean,
to roll a perception?
well, you can see that. I mean, yeah, go ahead and roll. I guess. I mean, you can see Connor plain as day. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm wondering if they went miles.
So yeah,
out
okay. Well, we'll give you
or whether
this
he sees
choice.
Connor
Yeah,
seeing
we'll give you
them.
this choice, Odin. They're continuing their way, but Connor's
Okay,
coming
well.
up and does not seem to know where you are. Who are you going with?
I'm probably just gonna keep following them, but I do see them because I rolled a 16.
Yeah. So you see both of them. What do you want to do? You can kind of give yourself away.
I'm not gonna give myself away.
Okay, so you're gonna.
Odin, he's not like he's still kind of iffy on the whole group thing. He's kind of worked alone he's Batman.
Right.
Have you seen the Lego Batman movie?
I have not. No.
Well, you need to. I just got it on Blu-ray. Movie night in the Discord.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it, guys. I will host this thing.
All right, focus.
Anyway, no, this is more important, guys.
Lego movie sponsored by World
Sponsored
Walker's
by Warner
Cog.
Brothers.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna keep following him
actually-
then. And what's up?
You know, Yorick can send up his familiar. I think a bird has advantage on perception.
Did you bring your
It's
bird with you?
falcon. Is it
Hmm?
night?
The bird got cast back into the void a while back.
So how much? How long does it take to summon the bird back?
Oh, that is a very good
I
question.
think it's like 10 minutes or an hour,
Can look
maybe.
that up.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
just one moment.
yeah, it's not next
Oh,
action.
Just wait there an hour. I'm gonna get your bird.
No.
All right, so
All right, bird's gone.
yeah. You watch them wander through the port district for a little while, and then eventually they kind of round a couple corners, and then the lady in the black dress, Talum, she like drops from a rooftop and stands up, and she's like, she shakes her head, and the hobgoblin steps forward and is like, "What happened? What's going on?" She's like, "We have to find the portal stone, and then we're gonna have to break into Gideon's ship because I don't think that guy's gonna let us back on." And the
Oh, wait.
only
How far away am I? I mean, it really doesn't matter because I can read lips, but I'm just curious. 'cause
That's why I
wish
didn't
could
bother
say
it-
I can read lips.
yeah,
I
you're
really
probably
want to just say I can read lips.
yeah, you're probably about 60 feet away. So
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
I can I can read their lips.
I know. That's why I was just saying I didn't even bother messing around with like perception stuff.
When he tells the story, it'll be more impressive.
Read their lips.
She's like, we need to find the portal stone and get out of here. I have no idea. We need to start looking, so we're gonna have to split up and figure this out because we have to hurry before Gideon gets some job. And Kasem's like, well, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and ruin that guy's reputation. That way he can't get a job, and hopefully we'll keep him here for a few times. We'll keep him around here for a little while.
Wow, I don't like this. I'm actually debating breaking my stealth just to interrupt this and be like, wow, you guys are jerks.
And then the lizard folk, Selleck, he responded to, he looks down and he's like, that is not okay. And
thank you.
Kasem looks up at Marcus and he's like, it's your call, boss. And Marcus is like, and Kasem laughs. He's like, I knew you'd say that. And everyone kind of looks at Kasem like, oh, bad joke. Like, and Marcus just sighs. But Kasem's like, all right, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to make sure this guy doesn't get a job for a while. He's not going to get out of the Port District after I have my say. And then after that, you guys need to split up and find out where this portal stone is. Sound good? You guys know the meetup spot, so we should be all good after that. And Talum kind of nods, and she's like, all right, yeah, let's figure this out. Hurry up. Let's try and get this done before the end of the day. Like, before the end of tomorrow. That's our next time we meet up with everybody, okay? And they all nod, and then they stop a second. It's like, here's the problem is, I think we should send Selleck and Heflick down to the lower city, not to lower Falas, because they're a little bit more accepting of diversity. And Heflick, that's the hobgoblin's name. He's like, yeah, I get it. It's like, you guys go down there, look around, try and see what you can find out. Kasem, after you do your thing, stay up here. People like you up here. Marcus, maybe just watch my back. And you notice that Selleck has a whole bag with him that he's been dragging around, and they actually pull all their equipment out of there.
Wow.
They were waiting nearby with a full bag of equipment.
How big is the bag?
It's a pretty hefty bag.
Okay,
but it's not so big that it should be able to hold everything that they have.
No, I was gonna say so this is a bag of holding. That's why I was asking how big it was, because we're like, is it small enough that it's like, it's clearly obvious they're pulling a sword out of a fanny pack.
Right. It's not that dramatic, but they get geared up.
Mary Poppins bags.
Yeah, they get geared up, and it's like, all right, split up. Marcus, stick to roofs and stuff, keep me safe. And Marcus equips like this amazing looking bow. And she's like, all right, let's get this done. I don't want to be here any longer than we have to. I hate this place.
How much metal equipment do they have?
Much
I'm
metal
thinking
equipment?
metal, because
Sure.
we have gauntlets.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about this.
Right. So most everybody has some kind of metal weapon except for Marcus and Talum.
Okay.
And then several of them have metal gear because Heflick and Selleck have metal armor. And then Kasem's harmonica is metal.
I'm stealing his harmonica with my gauntlet that I'm taking from Homer.
You've got a shot now. I mean, he's unconscious.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just sneak back into that alley that I have not seen.
So they all split up, and then you see Connor and Yorick. You're kind of looking down alleys and stuff, and you head to the right, and eventually you find Corin, and she's just bringing Homer back to his feet. She's casting a spell on you, and you get back 7 hit points.
man, we've been looking for you.
Nice and refreshing.
Oh,
What happened?
we know who had sanctuary.
Yeah, we have a pretty good idea too. I take it you got in a little scuffle. Did you try and talk to her again? Did you try and talk out your problems again first?
There were words, Corin says. She was amazing. She's really, really good. We're gonna need all of us to take her out.
Where's my box?
And Corin slides it over to you. She's like, I have it right here.
Oh, thank you. I make sure that it's all closed up properly and stuff. And
She's obviously the leader of the group. She is amazing. Like the rest of them, they're not going to be anything compared to her. She can jump up walls.
oh,
Yeah, it was
cool.
I can
Yeah.
do that too.
So. I mean, I don't know. We
Well,
were,
Anyways,
and then she gets
what
more
is that?
serious, and she's like, "We were so close."
Okay,
Anyways,
Odin,
we know
fill
the-
us in on what happened.
Am I there yet? I don't
No.
know.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
probably-
we haven't. Never mind.
Odin is probably, now that he knows that they're going to try and break onto the ship, he's probably going to be keeping an eye on the ship. But once they're all gone, and he's pretty sure of it, he'll drop his stealth.
Okay.
how did your guys' meeting go?
well,
Better than
We-
yours.
we didn't get to eat our dinner.
If we can find some stuff, I can cook something.
at first they claimed there were a bunch of cannonballs in there, which obviously, just
Obviously,
ridiculous.
if you're anyone who knows history, obviously.
When we asked where Sanctuary was, he got up and left.
So
And
he
then
knows too. They all know.
And then they disappeared outside along with Odin, who we don't know where he
Yeah,
went.
where is that guy?
Have you seen him?
Okay.
And that's when Odin comes around the corner. You've located them all.
Oh, okay. I thought, as I said, I was staying near the port.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Okay, never mind.
I'm
So yeah.
keeping an eye on the port because I know that they're going to try and break onto this ship,
Okay.
but I have no idea when, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. But I'm
Okay.
dropping my stealth once they're gone.
Okay.
Where's Captain Gideon?
Okay,
Well-
well, we know the package was most likely Sanctuary. We need to get back to. We need.
But
to
it
get
doesn't
back
make
to
any
the
sense.
ship.
How could they keep? Sanctuary wouldn't just stay inside a box.
Can you be knocked unconscious?
I mean, we're pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So am
Yeah.
I, but I think that group could get me in a box.
Those who were in the restaurant at the time, give me intelligence checks.
Okay.
Mm.
It's not my night. Not my night. That's a 5.
Yorick,
Is it everyone?
it's up to you.
5 or 6? No, a massive 6.
But maybe they can tell me, and maybe I could work
Well,
it
if
out.
they can remember what I was going to tell them, they can do it. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
They
Was
said
it something
that,
about cannonballs?
they said there was a collector that and something about an auction house. And that there was a collector in Dormanier. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I honestly remember. So
Yeah.
fits with my 5.
Yeah, Corin, she's really trying to deal with this. She's like, so I don't understand. It doesn't make sense that none of this makes sense. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to put this all on you, but like,
Did they seem concerned that the package went missing in Cosmic? If it's going to Dormanier, how did they react to that?
Oh, well, they
That it was-
mentioned, yes, true. They did mention that there was some sort of a lock on it and some sort of a key that they would need to open the box.
The key would have to be received by the
Right. They
collector
did say it was
upon
still
their-
locked.
Yeah, so they didn't seem as worried about it and really wanted to get on Gideon's ship to check something out.
Huh.
This may be a magical box.
Pedro, does this give me the intelligence check, or?
No, the intelligence check was to see if they remember that. So they remembered that on their own.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome! Nice job, guys.
So I wonder if they have. I wonder if they have a scroll like we were going to look up, like we were going to try and find.
You know, if only we went to, what is it, the Traveler?
Well,
that
roll
one
an
magic
intelligence
shop?
check on that, Yorick, when Connor says that.
If only we.
Rolled an
Look
intelligence
for a
check.
scroll.
No, sorry, I missed the last bit of what he said.
Always
Oh, that maybe there's some key, or maybe they have the scroll that
Yeah.
could open the portal again.
6 again.
Man, I'm
We're
trying,
so
guys.
hard.
I'm trying.
Thank you, Pedro.
Oh, I'm
Scroll
sorry.
is made of paper, isn't it?
It actually is sometimes used made of animal skin since it has more durable properties, and that's not the point right now.
This giant
For a
nerd.
6, yeah.
Okay.
Think-
It maybe.
Okay, Yorick gives up. He's just gonna ask. He's gonna ask the forged. You know, do you know of any way to magically encase a forged?
And she kind of thinks about it for a second. She's like, I know how to incapacitate a forged.
Could somebody have done that?
It's possible. The forged, I mean, we're bound together by magic. If somebody was able to put us in some sort of like anti-magic field, we kind of fall apart.
You know,
Fall apart?
Almost.
Fall apart.
We shut down. We can't until someone I mean, it's why we can't go to the flats. Like, we're from the kingdom of Kadim, but we can't return to our homelands because that's all dead magic.
I open my music box at this point and just like hold it against my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, Yorick is just like, "Oh my God, the ring! We have
What ring?
The ring
What?
of the flats.
What is that?
What ring of the flats?
When I was studying in the flats."
Let me roll my deception real quick. Ah, 21.
Yeah.
Real an insight.
So anyway, what
I want to
about the
make
ring?
absolutely sure I get this ring of the flat thing right, because I haven't read this since our first episode.
I have
Oh, of
mine in the
course,
equipment. I can bring it up if you'd like.
There we go.
Okay. The flats are the shattered land masses that hang frozen in time where the kingdom of Kadem once stood. At the end of the Magus War, Kadem was torn asunder. Their buildings were destroyed and the land itself was broken apart. The entire area exists in a field of dead magic.
That's really
making
good
small
writing. Where are you
casting
getting that from?
possible for all except those who carry this ring. The small green stone in the ring is a piece of scattered magic that was recovered after the war, and is given only to those who become trusted by the people of the flats. You are immune to the effects of anti-magic fields of dead magic zones while you were attuned to this ring.
I didn't realize you had an eidetic memory.
No, that was Data reading it.
no.
No, yeah, that wasn't his character. His character's hiding that he knows that.
I know.
Okay.
You rolled a 21 for deception.
Yeah.
Now, who all else had Ring of the Flats? Or do I know that?
It's just you.
Just me. Oh, I thought there was one other person from the flats.
In the group, you
Oh.
mean?
There is, but
Yeah.
he's keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That's how good
know
that
it, but
21
we don't
was.
know it.
I feel like there was someone else.
The 21 breached the real world.
Yeah.
Oh, Yorick's just excited. I have a ring that nullifies anti-magic fields. They have to use them in the flats to cast magic.
Well,
So
There's
what
a
do you...
chance. There's a chance we could use it to open a box if that's what's holding it together.
I mean,
It's
maybe.
magically held together by anti-magic.
Well, I don't... Yeah, I'm no mage. I don't know how any of that works, but I mean, we've got one piece then, so all we have to do...
Is open the box.
Yeah, I'm not a mage either, but
We gotta
hey, it's
find
worth a
the
shot.
box.
well, here's the thing. So they were really interested, and before turn of events, they seemed kind of on the up and up, and are we kind of thought that maybe we could follow them to the boat. So I imagine that they're probably still going to head there. As much as I know Gideon wouldn't like it if we were on his boat again, I'm sure he'd like it less if it was destroyed.
Yeah,
some
he
way.
has to choose between
Or
us
say his
causing him
reputation
trouble or
was
them
destroyed.
causing him trouble. I think he'd prefer us.
Give me one
This
more
one.
intelligence check.
From
Anyone who that's there.
Awesome. 9.
Everyone but
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry.
time.
That was in the restaurant. I mean,
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
gosh, darn
even
it.
me?
this is
well,
this is
you're
straight-
not there in the conversation,
Yeah, I'm-
so
Yeah, so I
straight
would.
intelligence.
4.
Four.
I should probably start casting guidance or something for you guys.
Well, hopefully, if we
Guys,
get in a
like-
fight, it's not this bad.
Like, Brian,
What?
Brian, are these your new dice? Get-
There
get-
is old dice now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's also a ship, not a boat. My apologies.
I did get a 16 this time. That's
Can-
straight intelligence, right?
What'd you get?
16.
Nice. You do recall them talking about something called a portal stone.
A
Portal stone.
Oh
Knowledge
yeah.
Arcana?
Oh yeah, you can.
Remember if- I
Well,
couldn't
it's up to
remember
Yorick
we
if he
heard
brings it
that.
up.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, at this point, he's searching in his mind for anything related to magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would relay that conversation in a heartbeat.
Okay. Yep. So anyone that hears that can roll knowledge arcana.
Giving myself guidance and then rolling knowledge arcana. So, oh, yes. I mean, guidance sucked, but 19 plus 4 plus 4 plus
Brian.
No.
7 is
Does
Right.
anyone know what a
So-
portal stone is? Is this
28.
like my ring?
28. All right.
should
So
do it.
here's what Homer knows about portal stones. A portal stone is a small flat stone that has a very special kind of rune attached to it. That rune, if you know how to operate a portal stone, will open a rift immediately to that anchored location. And it only goes to one spot, right? But they seem convinced that they'll be able to use it in connection with this teleportation circle.
I pull out my scratched copy of the teleportation circle I have.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So, yeah, they might have somebody who can do some pretty mean things with it.
Some dope ass magic.
Do you
Right.
think they could use
Only our
that to get on the
teammate.
ship, Homer?
If only our teammate with all of the info had come back to the group for a second. But I mean, whatever.
Hey man,
Sorry.
Odin's
By the way,
really
that was my
concerned about
best
this.
roll of the night. That was a 17. So,
The best
you know,
roll.
it got overclassed by a 28. But yeah, I just want to throw it out there that I can apparently still roll okay.
You should still get some new dice.
Yeah, so
I have plenty.
Yorick, you said something?
Oh, I was asking you if you think they could use this to get on the ship. Because you said this is connected with a teleportation circle. There's
This
one on
is
the
a
ship.
This is the copy of the teleportation circle on the ship. With that said, this is linked to a specific location they can get to. Now, I'm not sure how they would rewrite a portal stone if they believe that they could use one to open up this particular portal to get to the destination. Is that what you said, Pedro?
yeah, I mean, your estimate so far is that it seems like maybe they want to try to use it as a key. Like a skeleton key.
So, Pedro, aka Homer, you said these stones can be reconfigured.
No, once they have a ruin on them, they only go to that one place. But they seem to want to use it to force their way through this teleportation circle.
No, this is just me being curious. How do you attach a rune? Is it like tape, staples?
No, it's a
It
deep
has to
arcane
be
process.
carved and inscribed with magical essence, in
Okay.
addition to various expensive inks and gemstones are involved in the process. It's really complicated. Sorry, not that I would know anything about it.
So Odin, you said they want to keep Captain Gideon here. They're trying to buy time.
Odin's
to get
not
this-
here.
He's not there.
What?
He didn't come back to us.
Oh, for heaven's sake! I keep forgetting.
Meantime,
Okay, so yeah, you
maybe
didn't know
we
about
should
that.
catch up to Captain Gideon to see where is Odin.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really affect what I was going to ask. So, Homer, it sounds like this is the reason they wanted to get on the ship.
But so do they have a portal stone, Corin says? Any of you?
We don't.
I don't know.
I'm
I
trying to
was
think back to what was actually said at the restaurant. I think they. I think only Odin heard the full story on that. They mentioned it. They might have one.
You can roll intelligence checks if you want.
Can I roll intelligence?
Anyone that was in the in the restaurant, sorry.
I am
Including
giving
me.
Try one more
giving
time.
Yorick guidance.
I'm
Yorick,
assuming
you
not
get
me.
guidance. So take +1,
That's it. +1, not advantage.
not advantage. I don't have that yet.
Connor,
They
what'd
were
you get?
close.
Uh,
6.
going down.
That's Tootsie
Yorick
Pop,
is
man.
missing that food. He's low on brain sugar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. All right, so plans. What are we doing? Are you guys heading back to Gideon? Like,
I think we should find Odin first.
where should we start? Corin says.
Good question. You two are the last ones to be with him.
Let's meet up at the place.
Listen,
Aw.
here's the thing. He was in the diner too, so he would know that they were headed towards the boat, the ship. So he's a smart guy. There's a very good chance he was following after them. If they're headed to the ship, that's the likeliest place that he would be is at the port.
Okay, let's go there then.
All right.
We know our guests were interested in the ship, so that's the first place to go.
Okay, well, let's go, Corin says.
Okay.
All right, perception checks from everybody.
While we're at it, I would
Boy.
like to take Corn aside for a moment and just, hey, can you keep that a secret? The whole.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Oh man.
You should stop playing.
Why?
Roll 7.
Brian, here's what
Half.
you need.
The only time that I rolled,
Uh.
the only time that I actually rolled over a 10 was the time that you got a 28, so it didn't matter anyways.
Oh
Brian,
man.
okay. Okay, Brian, here's what you need to do. Get new dice.
I have several dice. I could try this one, but they're just dice. It's all random. It's not real. The idea that it would be at any one of these is a different number is a falsehood.
Brian, I know you say
Olivia
that,
would be appalled.
but I've got this die 20 where, like, it's kind of old, so some of the numbers are a bit faded, but the 20 is completely worn away, and the 1 is perfectly fine. Spotless. It's
Because
never
you always roll a 1?
on this dice. Not all, every time.
And there
But
are
a lot
some
of the
dice.
time, I
There's
don't
some
think I've
dice.
ever rolled a 20 on this dice.
You know, Brian, there are just some dice that are weighted. You know?
Look how pretty it is.
Yeah, well, pretty.
There's
doesn't
actually a
matter.
dice. There's a way to check dice to see if they are badly created.
Oh?
Brian, you got to do this.
Yeah, I'll
If
send.
your
I'll
dice
show you.
is
I'll send
bad.
you guys a link afterwards.
And here it is.
Translucent.
Here's the way.
Translucent dice can be near flawless, but there's almost always problems with non-translucent dice. They're almost always weighted a certain way, and it has to be with the construction of the die that, like, when they're translucent, you can see impurities. But with non-translucent dice, that's just the way they're created. There's no way to make them truly random.
Now you tell me.
There's no way. So like although it can be very slight,
Getting my other dice.
non-translucent dice will have some sort of tendency most times.
Yeah, I'm getting out my other dice that are translucent now.
I don't have any translucent die. This explains so much.
Yep.
I'm just happy to have an externality to blame.
Well, now we're knowledgeable in the dice.
Listen, guys, this is a translucent dice. So everybody chill out in the chat. Yell at
No.
me.
I don't want to chill.
Good grief. Can't win, you guys.
Okay,
Right.
so you
Alright,
head
let's-
now.
Were
Odin,
they
you're
like
not
this-
stealthed up, are you?
No, that's what I was about to
Okay,
ask. Were
cool,
they
cool.
perception checking for me?
Just see if they notice, because just see if they notice you in the crowd or whatever. I assume,
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I dropped my stealth when everyone had left. And I
yeah,
was like, okay, cool.
yeah. See how fast they find you, essentially. And so as they come into the area, Corrin's the one that's like, "Hey guys, is that Odin? I think that's Odin." And Odin's kind of just walking around the port district.
No, I'm
Oh.
leaning up against a wall.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Like,
Odin's
like
leaning
a
against
cool
the wall.
guy.
Odin's cool guying a wall.
Sucking
I'm gonna make a
toothpick.
quick insight check.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. Odin! Hey, Odin! Odin!
Ugh.
Odin, we're over here.
I'm not moving my head.
He can't hear us. Odin!
Oh my god.
Let's go over and talk to him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let's go
Yep.
over. Nice
So
and
she
quiet,
kinda-
like.
Quickly runs over there and she's like, "Odin, we're so worried about you. There's a giant crate and it has sanctuary in it, and
I got it. So
Apparently a cook cannot fight.
yeah, no. So they're gonna break onto Gideon's ship after ruining his reputation. So he stays here longer, so they can break onto his ship, investigate the thing, and screw him over royally. So let's try and get Gideon to leave town.
Why-
now.
why are they trying to give him bad reviews?"
Let's
Be-
work
So
just
so that way he stays in the port because he doesn't have any jobs. If he doesn't have any jobs, he has no reason to leave. So let's give him a job.
And make
Why
him
do-
leave?
Why don't they do whatever they want to do right now?
Because they have to wait for the portal stone.
Portal stone.
Well, why we don't
They-
want him to leave, do we?
Well, we should probably
Well?
prevent. We have to figure out some way to at least prevent him from getting broken into.
Because if he leaves, he takes the teleportation circle with him.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
let's us give him a job.
Yeah, maybe we follow the circle.
Ow.
With our hearts.
we could try helping get him a job, and then we just go with him as a crew for the time being until we can find somebody who can activate the portal using other means.
I
That
happen
seems
to-
a little
Convoluted,
roundabout.
yeah. Yeah.
I might happen to know a certain business that might be looking to expand their weapon making business to other regions.
So Odin, did they
They
mention
also
if they
say
had a portal stone?
They don't
So
have it yet. Also,
They
there's
don't
some
have it
really-
yet, Corrin says.
There's some really freaking weird dudes. Like they're pretty freaking scary.
Scary?
Like,
So-
I think they're like hobgoblins or something. They're pretty.
So
freaking-
we have two problems here. We need to get that ship away from the hobgoblin et al. And
We need to get-
and we need to follow that portal. I think we can kill two birds with one stone here.
So we just... They don't have the portal stone yet?
Nope, not yet. That's why they want him to stay in town, so that way when they get it, they can break
So
in.
we just
through
have
their
to get the portal
nastiness.
stone before them.
That could
Okay.
work too.
Or figure out another way to activate the portal.
Were they?
He
Where-
glances over at Homer.
Homer
would-
shrugs.
Perfect.
Where were they
Covers
planning
nothing
on the
wrong.
looking?
Also, they have a lot of metal objects, so gauntlets would be good here. If you would give us some kindly, Homer,
You know how to use it
I'll learn.
on the job?
Yeah.
Have you been watching me use it?
No.
Anybody else want to tell them what it's like to work one of these things?
No. No. Where were they headed to look for the stone?
I didn't pay attention to that. They
Okay.
split up. There's some people going to be on the roofs, so if you guys want to walk around, look at the roofs. But they're also going down to the lower city as well.
What are they doing in the lower city?
I believe information gathering.
To find the stone?
Yes, probably.
Well, we at least know that Talum is their boss.
Yeah, and the fancy dancy ninja woman who wants to be on the roofs, who I respect.
Yeah,
for
she's
jumping off
amazing.
roofs.
She's so good.
Yeah, she's not the leader.
She's not. What do you mean? How?
She's not the leader.
How do you know that?
How?
She
Oh,
can run up walls.
That means nothing in leadership. That means she's just a badass. But that also does, if you're saying that her combat skills are quite impressive, we're fucking screwed.
I mean,
she is not the leader.
Okay, so I'm getting scared that like about stuff. So we have to go find this portal stone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go
Well,
find this
that's
portal.
that's a question Yorick would like to ask Homur. I'd just like to ask him an Arcana question. Is a portal stone the only way to activate this teleportation circle?
And, Homer, you would know if you guys can afford a scroll of teleportation circle and then find somebody to cast it for you. That would work just as well.
But we would have to have a spellcaster capable of the spell in its own regard in order to do that. Which it's a 4th level spell?
7th.
7th. Yes, we would need a 14th level, or not that I would know that, but somebody substantially more powerful than us, possibly like a hero.
You don't always need to be the exact level if you're using a scroll. The problem is you would need somebody who has, like, do you have teleportation circle on your spell list?
Yes.
Okay, then you could cast it if you had the scroll. But where would you buy one or find one? You know what I mean?
That's a very good question.
They don't have like magical item shops you can just walk into and start buying stuff. Like,
Oh, I have
Oh.
teleport.
oh, so then you don't have. Yeah, you couldn't cast it anyway then.
Okay, so I guess that's the question I would ask Odin. Are there scroll shops around here? Can you buy one of those things?
I can.
Wait, who is it that lived in Falas?
Odin.
Yeah, that was me.
Was it Odin?
And Corrin.
Okay, yeah. He would
I
ask
would-
those two. Do you
I
know
can-
if there
I'm
are
gonna
magical
roll.
item shops here?
I'm gonna roll, but I doubt
There's not.
Odin.
There's not. You don't have to roll.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Well, we have
I
a
roll
choice
a
now.
natural 20, and suddenly a magical item shop appears next to my shop.
do we
Perfect.
take the Falcon someplace where we can buy a scroll, or do we search for this stone?
Only thing I can think of.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Gideon does not want anything to do with us. He seemed pretty excited that he was done at the end of dinner. So
Yeah,
I
but
doubt that.
But he's going to be a little concerned that they're going to ruin his reputation and then break onto his ship.
I think we are the lesser evils,
Yeah,
which in meta is actually a pretty good name for our team here.
The lesser evil.
the lesser evils.
World Walkers, the lesser evil.
Perfect. We found our new podcast name. If you're looking for us on @WorldWalkersCog on Twitter,
No.
we don't exist there anymore.
No, we're at awfulgood.com.
Yeah.
Awful good crew. Awful good crew. Don't go there. Don't go to awful good.
Don't go to awfulgood.com.
Awfulgood.com is actually okay. It's nothing. There's nothing there.
Oh, really?
Wait, wasn't that a thing saying like, "Hey, come on in"? Looking to expand?
Anyway, so, yeah, what do you guys want to do? What's your course action?
I just don't think that.
Odin is going to stay around and inform Captain Gideon of what the hell's going on, because he probably wants to know that his shit's about to get wrecked.
And Corrin thinks for a second. She's like, "Here's my problem. He's kind of unpredictable. If you tell him that, there's no telling what he'll do afterwards."
Yeah. So
We could frame it as us keeping him safe.
I'm just scared he's going to destroy the teleportation circle if he hasn't already.
We may do that.
So
We
another
should go
option
tell him
we
not
have-
to destroy the teleportation circle.
Another
And she starts
option.
walking away.
Let's not do
Shush.
that.
Well, time out, Corin.
Hey.
Corin, hold up.
What? I'll be right back. She's
Nope,
kind of walking
stop,
away.
Stop.
Corin?
We gotta talk.
Why?
after
We've been
Corin.
talking the whole time.
Corin,
But
there's
real
another
quickly,
option we haven't talked about.
we don't tell him.
Go. Well, we could also take him to the destination, the original destination of the package, because there has to be someone there to receive it.
Okay. Do you want to go to Dormamir?
We could do that. It's one of the other options we haven't considered.
And then what?
We start looking around for any information. He must have to know who to give the package to when he gets there.
Right, but I mean, at this point, I don't care who wanted the package. I want Sanctuary.
But the person who got the package,
They never
if
got the
they
package.
They said that they have to have that it requires a key
Oh,
to open the package.
But the person, I see what you're saying. It might be that they have
we
the
might
key
need
to
to
get
get
the box
we
open.
might need to get the key first so we can get the package.
Well, the group
Unless
probably
this little
has
thing works.
They might have the key, but we don't know that. They were going to deliver it to someone. We don't know who. We need this information. Might be something to talk to Gideon about.
Okay.
What?
Gideon doesn't.
What, Connor? What?
Gideon doesn't seem to know anything though, or
Yeah.
care to know
Perhaps,
anything.
perhaps the less he
Do
knows,
we-
the better.
Well,
Because
yeah,
if we
but
don't let him
ask-
informed of the change of plans, he's just going to stick around, which gives us more time to act on our part.
Yeah, but that also gives them more time to act on their part. So
We could
we're
probably
going-
convince him to leave if, we tell him his life is in danger.
I don't want him to leave. I want Sanctuary.
yeah, we need the ship to stay here though.
Well, we're pretty
Um,
sure Sanctuary isn't here, right? So we are going to have to leave eventually.
We're
to get
pretty
him.
sure we know he's in Cosmic, and I really don't want to go to Cosmic until we figure everything out first.
I just feel like the other group wants to find a portal stone so they can go get Sanctuary. And I feel like that's a good idea.
So you want us to try, like, maybe setting a trap for them?
I
We
mean, I
might-
guess we could wait.
We gotta go. Okay, let's find a portal stone first. We have to get one before them, but we also probably want someone on the ship so we know that hey, they're breaking in now.
Well, you said they split up, right?
I don't want to, but it might be the only option.
No. I'm just saying they. You
dare
know
I
they
say it?
split up,
they
right?
split up. Yes. Okay. I thought
Okay.
You said, are we splitting up? I was like, oh, yeah.
Do you know who went where?
Two of them went onto the roofs.
For what?
Obviously, Ninja Girl went up on the roof because she's a badass, and I respect her ninja skills.
Why did they go on the roof? Was there something up there?
I think they're keeping a lookout, probably for us.
So standing in the open here as we are was probably
Oh well,
not.
yeah. It's probably not the best idea, but I don't. But
All right,
I
in
don't
that,
think they don't. We don't know. They can't do anything really right now.
then it sounds like we have a pseudo plan to get us out of this analysis paralysis. Corin will lead the group down in the lower city to gather information to see if we can locate a portal stone. Odin, somebody else stay here to watch the Falcon.
Yeah, we definitely want someone on the Falcon because if they start breaking in, then we know they have a portal stone, and we should probably figure out what's going on.
Where so they split up, so they probably have a meeting place.
Probably.
Where was it that you saw them?
I'm having a blank here because you guys talked for a long time. I was kind of like just listening to you guys at that point.
They don't have a
So-
meeting. You don't. When you listened, they didn't say where the meeting place was. They were just like, "We'll obviously meet at the meeting spot."
Okay, so it's probably that one place that I saw them at.
That was just an
Where I
alley.
saw them. No, with the window thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I was masterfully stealthing with my 25. I rolled a 12 for no reason.
So okay.
We'll make a note of that.
Yeah, that 12 is going to be useful later.
So here's the
Random
thing:
12 I
if we
rolled.
split up, we have absolutely no way to communicate with each other.
Yeah, that's
So if there's a break-in, and you said there were 5 people, and we know one of them is a ninja,
yeah.
and
I
they
could have
all,
taken her.
yeah, well,
And Corin's
Okay.
like, no, you couldn't. Remember, she assaulted you like a lot until you fell down and couldn't move anymore.
And you pushed her a lot.
You don't know I even made a single shot on her.
we,
Oh, you know I just got beat up horribly.
Yeah,
We
I
just-
know that. But I also know you.
okay, well, so far, splitting up has done us a world of not good.
Yeah, no, I know that.
So far,
We've
in
confirmed that.
literally every
Sanctuary.
place that we've gone, we've split up and we've gotten
Yeah, no,
into
it never-
separated
It
fights.
never works.
But we've got the information.
So, okay,
Okay.
here's an option. We tell Gideon that they're going to break onto his ship so he can post cards.
Okay, how do we convince Gideon not to destroy this circle? Can we just tell him it blows up? It would destroy his ship if he tried to.
If it's done
Harmony.
incorrectly, it
He
could
sounds
cause
incompetent
additional
with
damage.
magic.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's
That's what I'm
tell
gonna go
Captain-
tell him, and she starts walking away.
Goran!
Yep, pull her back, pull her back.
We should
All right, are
probably
we
have
agreed to
some
tell
more.
Gideon this? Is he even back yet?
Maybe
Where is he
not.
going?
What?
Where is he going?
Oh, can someone glance over? We're in the port, right?
Yeah.
Port district.
Why don't-
Is
why
the
don't we go-
Falcon still unmoored and floating there?
It's still there. Yeah.
Is
It
it still
has to be.
unmoored?
It's still what?
Unmoored.
Unmoored.
It sounds like a ship term.
Without-
Sure.
Without the gangplank or.
Yeah, it's still there. That's my slang.
The way to board is not there, I believe.
Yeah.
Like to get on, like
It's
the plank
docked.
to get on, but
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
tied up and stuff.
Oh, so it's docked. You can just walk up.
You can walk
Okay,
up to the ship,
I'll
you just
go-
can't get in. Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I'll go with Corin. We'll see if Gideon's there. We'll continue this conversation.
Okay.
Well, I was here the entire time. Would I have noticed him? Do you want me to like roll perception?
He hasn't come in yet.
Okay. Yeah, he's not here yet.
All right, I
Okay.
guess first things first. We need to make sure Gideon
was
does
eating-
not destroy that circle.
He was eating a lot of food. A
Oh.
lot.
So they had good food.
Delicious.
No, wait. Connor
And then you
Yorick
see
already told
Captain
me it was
Gideon
a
walking towards his ship.
Okay,
Wave
now you
to
guys,
Captain
as far
Gideon.
as
I do.
as far as Gideon knows, that rune will destroy his ship if he touches it, and we're here to
Captain.
keep him safe.
And he sees you, and he just
Captain.
kind of starts walking fast. You're like,
Captain, we have.
I jog
have
over
urgent
to him.
news. Captain, I have urgent news for you.
oh, what?
Well, it's not good for you.
Oh, and I.
No, you're going to want to hear this. So I was eavesdropping because that's what I do. They're going to ruin your reputation.
Who?
The people that we upset.
Good luck.
we-
I don't have a reputation.
They're going to ruin your business by telling you people how badly your package delivery for them went.
Damn it.
Yes. And there's more. They're going to use the time that you're stuck here without a job to break into your ship.
Thank you for telling me this.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Now,
last
Captain
He
thing.
starts
Gideon,
walking away, and Corin's like, "No, you can't leave."
The circle could cause problems.
What? What are you talking about?
They're here because of the circle. As long as that circle is on your ship, you're in danger.
All right, I'll go get rid of it. Thank you. And he starts walking back over. And Corin's like,
That's,
"You can't, because your ship will blow up." And he turns around like, "Wait, what?" And she's like, "Your
You've
ship
never-
will blow up if you start messing with the circle." That's what they were saying.
This is magic. You don't think a teleportation circle would have some protection?
You tell me if I scratch up that circle, it's gonna blow up on me.
That's right.
All right, Yorick, give me a deception check.
Can I help him with that?
Oh yeah. What are you doing? What are you saying?
I would probably be like, I would probably try and like nod and agree with him. Like, yeah, like I don't know, like I'm breaking bad news to him. Like, your dog just died.
Yeah, you get advantage. It's good
Cool.
enough.
Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Nice roll for once. All right, we have 21.
And he thinks about it. He's like, damn it. Oh my god. Never again. Never again adventures. So know what I do? I'm just gonna have it on my ship forever?
The circle needs to be activated. You do not want it activated by that group of people, but we'd like to activate it.
Wait, you can activate it?
We're going to.
We're
try and get
working
to
on it.
first. We're both. It's a race right now.
All right, then get
We're trying
going.
to
What are you
activate
doing
this
here?
Well, we're informing you that.
Oh, well,
what's
yeah.
happening.
Thank
So,
you. Okay, but after that,
Would it be possible to hire protection, extra protection for that circle? Just a little
is that
bit.
what this is? A shakedown?
No, we're asking you to put protection on the circle so we can race to get this done.
Oh,
To keep it safe until we get back.
What we've learned so far is they've basically kidnapped a dude, and we're using you to transport him.
what?
Yeah, they were using you to transport the leader of a religion. Of
I gesture over to
religion.
Corin.
Didn't we decide
Leader
that
of a
maybe the
religion?
less Captain Gideon knows, the better?
What do you mean, like a religion? Like one of those church people?
I'm gesturing over to Corin this whole time.
Yeah. The leader of the religion that a lot of forged worship are part of.
The Force.
Yeah. This
The
would
Source.
end bad if the Source, the Church of the Source, found out that you were involved in this in any way, it might not go well for you.
Gosh.
We could have done this a lot better.
Yeah, we probably could have.
So, Captain, we're trying to keep you safe here.
Yeah, I feel safe.
Captain Gideon,
You're
we're
welcome.
just we're trying to save Sanctuary. Right now, they were trying to use you, exploit you, to achieve their means. They're going to be trying to ruin your reputation, and they'll be trying to sneak onto your ship within the next 2 days.
Okay, I'm getting back on my ship. You guys let me know what the next move is. I'm not taking anyone on the ship. I'm going to station my crew all around the ship so no one can sneak in.
Okay.
All right, actually, you know what?
Please
I have an
hurry.
idea, Captain.
Oh, what is your
I can send a messenger to you. Why don't you take your ship out?
And Corin's like, that's
How
a
will
terrible
we get
idea.
out?
The circles might explode. If he leaves before the circles are gone, the whole ship could blow up. And he's like,
What?
What?
yeah,
Who said
Corin says that. She's like, all the circles might blow up. I don't want to see you blow up. And he's like, fine, then I'll stay here. I'll just not letting anyone in. Yeah, send me a messenger, and that's how I know that you're ready to go. But after 5 days, I'm going to hire some sort of... So I'm going to go to the flats and find someone who can rip this off. So you got 5 days to figure this
The
out.
flats.
Yeah, it's a great place.
There would be somebody who could cast this, who'd be able to cast it and get it open.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, Corin would need her ring, and then one of you would be useless with their magic.
All right, that sounds good,
Wait,
guys.
what?
Let's break. And he kind of just he walks away and gets has them lower the
Insight.
access.
Is he being truthful?
What? Yeah, he's being truthful. He can't
Oh.
keep up with you guys and your plans and your plans and your other plans. And he's like, just let me know when you need to get on the ship. You'll come on. You got 5 days, and I'm heading out to the flats.
Okay.
So we've got 5 days to do this thing. So we're gonna.
I feel
need to
like
start
it would be
asking
better if
around.
he was out in the air a bit and, maybe off of the dock.
No, that's not
Not
gonna
our
happen.
concern right now. Let's try finding one of these teleportation stones.
Portal stones.
Portal stones. Thank you.
And Corin's like, I think he thinks the ship's gonna blow up, so I think we're safe.
Thank you, Corin.
I think, yeah, I feel really bad lying.
Me
But I
too.
feel really good that he's not leaving, so I guess I'm glad I
Corin,
lied.
this is for the. This is.
I'm glad I
This is
lied.
for the. This is for the
Corin.
best.
The greater
Corin.
good,
Fair
they
enough.
call it.
Corin,
Yes.
let's
Greater
go
good. Greater
down to
good.
the lower city and find these stones. I start walking off.
Corin's having PTSD.
She's thinking about the greater good.
And how lying
Greater
felt.
good.
Corin, are you
Greater
still
good.
there? Corin?
No, I'm not. And she walks away.
Is she following Homer to the
Very
lift?
clever.
Yeah,
very clever, Corin.
she's going. Yeah, she's going to lower Falas.
I don't think she's trying to be clever.
All right, so
We
who's
are
going to lower?
bad
Who's
in-
going to upper?
Days the group. Mm.
Well,
So
I'm
for
going-
all of us, first one, then the other.
Yeah.
we're all gonna go down to the lower city.
All right.
You
I'm
guys should
going
dress
to-
down a bit because you look too nice for the lower city.
Yeah, I'd like to put my armor back on.
Sure. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys are
I'm
able
gonna
to.
go home and change.
Yeah, you guys get changed up and stuff. But yeah, once you get to the steam lift, you guys load up and the dwarves look at you and they're like 10 gold.
And Corin, you used up all your money,
We,
correct?
10 gold apiece.
I think a
Okay.
quick glance at Corin.
Okay, well,
Man.
She pulls a pouch from behind her.
Man,
What
I
happened?
did say I was going to take care of you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Um,
okay.
Corin, thank you. I pat her on the back.
Yep.
Wait,
So
is it going to be 10 to get back up?
and the dwarves are like, yeah, it costs some money every time.
I want to make an insight check.
It does actually. You don't have to roll on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just. It didn't
Why didn't
cost us
Corin
to
have
get
to
up
pay last
here.
time?
Huh?
Yeah, we didn't pay last time.
I'm not asking this on the lift, but I'm wondering why Corin didn't have to pay the last time.
Yeah, we didn't pay the last time when we came up.
Corin
That's
didn't
true.
have to
When we
pay.
went down,
Right.
But I'm not asking her until we're off the lift and out of other dwarf earshot.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, because she again she pays for everybody but herself. So
question: do the dwarves in Falas have gauntlets?
no.
Okay.
But they also their
Cool.
steam lift looks just as complicated and wild as the other steam lift.
Would
Like,
I know if they would be upset if I was wearing a gauntlet?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured I wouldn't know. It's just
Yeah.
I really want a gauntlet right now. I need to be more like Batman, and Batman has gadgets.
The struggle is real. But
I'm trying to be Batman, but I'm also not rich, so there's a lot of problems here.
Oh, you're bringing this up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, you make your way down the steam lift, and then you leave the steam lift. And where are you heading now?
Well,
They're going back to get changed.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get
Well,
changed
we
and all
did
that.
that, right?
Yeah. You're all good. You're all equipped up.
Cool.
All right,
I now have 20 daggers.
Odin,
Not really. Yes.
where could we go to start looking for stuff?
I was gonna ask the homeless people. They're my peeps.
That's true. Yeah, you could go and ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the homeless people to report back. There'll be gold in it for them.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. I mean, especially you're a folk hero and this is your
This is
hometown.
true.
You're not going
This
to have to
is
make any
true.
checks. You're just going to be able to go
So-
ask.
But I'll probably give them gold when they come back if they give me any.
As a
good
side note,
information.
are you using the mic on your headset? Is that the mic you're using?
No, this is plugged into just some like headphones.
Okay.
My mic is the Samsung.
Because it keeps like, it feels like you're moving away from
Really?
it. Like the volume. I don't know about you guys, but the volume keeps jumping up and down for me.
Is it louder now?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, that's where my mic is.
Yeah, it's just your volume is fluctuating a lot.
I'm moving around a bit, so
Yeah.
that might be it.
Maybe, yeah. So, all right. Yeah. So, do you all want to wait back while he kind of heads off to his peeps?
My homeless peeps.
They're not just homeless peeps; they're just the lower end.
No, I'm gonna ask some homeless people too.
Okay.
I'm thinking I need to start practicing with the gauntlets, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, in fact, if we have a little bit of time on our hands, Yorick would want to do that too. He's getting really curious about how these gauntlets work.
Yeah. So
I would have gone off separately, so I wouldn't know about that.
yeah.
Okay,
Unless
so Yorick would ask Connor, "Hey, you want to figure these things out?"
Yes, I do.
So I'm gonna cut to the
hope it
chase.
goes well.
Connor and Yorick, you get nowhere with them.
Yeah.
They're way too complicated to just kind of sit down for a while. And then Homer, go ahead and give me another intelligence check to mess with them.
Guidance check first.
All right.
I think this one is one of those loaded die because it's only giving ones. Okay, and that was 6.
6.
Perfect.
Yeah, you don't get them yet. Once you get enough successes, you won't have to roll anymore. But they're still like, you know the gist of them, but they're so complex. Like,
Am I tricking myself because I keep trying to make them more complicated than even like standard procedure? Or,
yeah, you sold yourself the
I
wrong
don't have-
narrative.
like, I don't have to click all of these, but I know I do. What am I doing again? Start over.
All right, so we cut back over to Odin then. So you're kind of making your way.
Asking around about
Yeah.
portal stones and anyone inquiring into portal stones.
Sure. So there's only one story anyone's talking about.
Cool.
There was somebody who got brought in. An airship came in recently, and the airship itself was kind of ravaged, but it was all done by like one person, and everyone's talking about the fact that this crazy wild man has been arrested and thrown in the prisons, and that's all anyone cares about. They don't care about portal stones. They don't know anything about any of this stuff. All they know about is this guy who tried to bring down an airship single-handedly and then got arrested. He's like the talk of the area.
He kind of did his job, but he was like 50% done ravaging.
Who? What are you talking about?
From the way you described it, it was like it was like
Yeah.
he did some of it, but it's like 50% or something.
It's like I said, it's all anyone's talking about.
Okay, so that might be something. I'll probably come back and report it, but I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, the only other thing you know is that he's got some kind of crazy magic behind him.
Oh well, in that case, then yeah, this might have something to do with it.
Are these prisons here? Are these like the cellar where
No
visitation?
If you asked Odin, no, these are just standard.
Yeah, we're
Like-
actually nice here.
Do
We
you want to
care
go
about
talk to
people.
this guy?
It's the only lead we have. Might as well. Is Homer back with us?
It's up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. All right, then yeah. I just made sure you were here because you went off on your own. Anyway, yeah, I guess we have to because
So if this guy's magical,
Yeah, if he has magic, then this is the only lead we have.
if he doesn't have the stone and knows where it is, maybe he knows something about him in general.
Yeah.
So it's something to go on.
It's the only thing we have, so let's do this.
To the jail.
To the prison.
To jail.
Yeah, so the prison is all run by volunteers, just so you know. They don't have a formal guard structure here.
Really?
So, yeah, it's the People's Militia is what runs this place. So, yeah, you go down to the local prison, and they don't have a cool name for anything like that. Like, it's just prison. But you head down there.
The prison for misguided people.
Yep, there's 2 volunteer members of the People's Militia there, and excuse me. Once they see Odin, they kind of nod and they're like, "Oh, that's Odin Fogbrew." And they kind of impressed. Hey, what brings you down here?
We need to talk to this weird magic guy who attacked the ship.
Oh, what do you want to talk to him for? guy's crazy.
We have
Yeah,
questions.
We have questions that we think he might have answers to. It's complicated. I'm not sure I understand it completely yet.
And then they look over at Connor and they're like, "Is that a gunslinger?
Yeah, he's fine.
Do you mind leaving your weapon out here?"
I'd rather not.
Can you turn it off?
I could unload it, I guess.
Is that how it works? Yeah. If you do that for us, I guess you can go in if Odin says you're fine.
Yeah, he was a cool guy.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
see,
so just flip your unload switch there. Yeah.
Just turn the safety on.
click, click.
There you go. Click. Yeah.
So are you actually emptying it? Or are you going to try and trick them into thinking you're doing
I
something?
would like to try to trick them.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
But
Deception or
this is a
sleight
gun.
of hand.
Can I
Deception.
give him advantage?
Uh,
Like
Never
I'm just
mind.
talking
Doesn't
to the
matter.
dude who
Don't
knows about like the person.
unless you're gonna let me
Wait, but I was
re-roll
trying
it
to give him
completely.
advantage.
what are you trying to do to give him advantage?
Who was
Wild
helping him?
man they caught.
Wait, what?
I am.
Yeah, Homer, what are you trying to do to give him advantage?
Oh, I'm talking to the guards so that they're not watching him as closely.
All right, go ahead and roll advantage.
Okay. Thank God.
It's a 2 instead of a 1.
9.
Yeah, so they're like, I thought you said you were going to empty it. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing.
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
Sorry, Connor.
I'm gonna look at Connor and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
So you actually empty him out then?
I'm sorry, Connor.
Yep, and I put them in my bag.
And they're like, and they're cool? You're vouching for him, Odin?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
All of them?
I mean, we have a cook here, so I'm not sure about the cook. He likes
Maybe
to
you
cook.
stay out here then if you don't mind.
I
No,
feel
he's
I
fine.
have
He's
it
fine.
agreed.
I'm making a joke that he's just a cook. I'm making a joke that the cook is.
They look a little uneasy. Give a
He's fine.
a charisma check.
Me?
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh,
also
that's
make
a natural
charisma check,
20,
like,
so-
big smile.
No, you can't help him on it.
You don't need to help me out.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
don't
a natural 20, and then.
All
it's
right,
plus
just
30.
kind of try to hurry up because our shift's going to change in a half hour, and
Okay.
you got to be out before
Should be
then.
quick.
Yeah, just head on down the stairs, and then you'll find him. Don't worry. Just stay on the one path. Don't go off to the sides.
Cool.
And yeah, those of you who live in Cosnick, it might be wild to see how easy it is to walk in and out of a prison complex.
I'm strutting in.
But yeah,
You gotta
the complexities and fear of the cellar are but a distant memory as you walk yourselves into the prison of Falas. Walk downstairs. There's a guard there who says like, "Well, they got in the first door. They must be fine." Waves you on in.
Does he recognize me? And he's like, "Oh, it's Odin."
He might have an inkling. He's just like, he's not that
Okay.
into it.
I just wanted to make sure that, like, hey, there's no doubt, like, he's gonna come by and be like, "Hey, you're good, right?"
No. But yeah, you guys go down there and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm gonna lock you in there.
That's fine.
Just
How do we get out?
Just knock on your way out."
Cool.
Okay.
You guys go down. You hear him shut the door and lock it. Nice, friendly wooden door. Connor,
put
you're
the
pretty sure you could blast it open if you had to.
Except all the
And
bullets are out of the gun. So.
You walk down there, and there's torches every 20 feet to keep the place nice and brightly lit. And you
Perfect
make
for me.
your way down probably about like 150 feet. Not down, but like straight down the hallway.
Okay.
And most of the cells are empty. But you finally get to one that there's some heavy breathing at first. And as you come up to that jail cell and you look inside, sitting behind the bars is a man. He is covered in dirt and soil, wrapped in animal skins. He wears a cape over his shoulders made of he wears a cape over his shoulders made of vines and leaves. His stringy dark brown hair nearly covers his narrowed eyes. He's motionless until you approach. When his eyes finally meet yours, you don't see humanity staring back at you, but the wilds of something unapproachably fierce.
Hi.
Nice cape.
Homer's sticking to the back of the group for this.
Do I need to roll like animal handling or something?
No, I think we see before us a druid of cog.
He stands up, and you can hear as like he kind of just like cracks his shoulders in his back, and he kind of walks uncomfortably close to the bars. He could reach you if he wanted to, and
Stop. What are you doing?
All right, who wants to talk first?
So I'm gonna push Connor. I'm gonna push Connor out of his line of sight because he has a gun.
yeah,
So I
and
heard you almost took down an airship.
yeah,
That's
That's pretty cool.
that's
cool.
impressive work.
I am smoking in the background.
Why were you trying to take down an airship?
who said that?
Hi, I'm over here. Name's Connor.
Hey,
Odin pushes you out of the way. You jump in anyway.
Oh, yeah, I want to know why he took down an airship.
gunslinger.
Yeah. Listen, I get this a lot.
What's it like to be crippled?
Oh,
I am giving guidance to Odin.
Okay.
Take 4 on your next ability check within the next minute.
Does it feel good to hide behind man's greatest crutch?
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Amen.
Yeah, well, we all have our thing. I mean, you've got your
It's
pretty
easy to
cape.
nurture the weak.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, why were you trying to destroy the airship?
Probably because it's technology.
This guy gets it. You get it.
Yeah, man. I get you.
Yeah, that's about it.
So,
We're not complex.
so
All right.
So that's all you try to do, huh? Is
right.
wage war against
we're not
the
here
machines?
just to. Okay, we're not here to just ask you about the what you were doing on the airship. We
Great.
need a little bit of information on maybe magic.
You talking about real magic? You talking about that weak theoretical stuff that they do out there in the flats? And he says it right at Yorick.
that's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
We're just looking to see if you know anything. You're our only lead right now.
You trying to figure out how I got on the airship?
Yeah, that would be a good question. Yeah.
Why do you want to know?
That,
So we're tracking down a dude who was kidnapped and stuff. This is all it's a really, really long story. But we're trying to track down a dude who kidnapped us, and we need a portal stone for it.
this
What
usually
makes
you
you
would need
think
this-
that I'm going to give you my portal stone?
No, we're just.
We found
that
one.
was easy.
Well, now we found a portal stone. We just thought you might know where we could find one.
Oh,
So.
never heard of it. And he goes and sits down.
You're not a very
Do we have to roll
charismatic
insight
one.
for that one?
No.
No.
You're not a very charismatic one, are you?
His deception is as good as mine.
Almost better than mine. So, what would it take for us to borrow your portal stone?
Why do you want it?
Well, we need to track down this dude who was kidnapped. A dude was kidnapped.
There's
It's
someone
good.
getting in our way.
Yeah, there's some people. There will probably be some people who are coming after you for this. Maybe.
You talking about what's his name? The giant a giant piece of armor, Sanctuary, and Corin, like, who's been off to the side trying not to be seen. She's like, oh, you know Sanctuary, and he's like, you have one of them with you. Oh, that's sad.
She asked us to help, and I
That's
can't
disgusting.
turn down anyone. It's a problem of mine.
You're
can't turn
acting
down
like
anyone
it's
who needs
people.
help.
You know that, right? And she's
Hey,
like,
Pedro,
what's up?
I'm gonna start opening up the side panel on my music box and just touching it for a bit,
Okay.
channeling it for the duration. Not bringing
Okay.
another astral dice on this.
All right, all right, you calling him?
It's gonna take another minute, but
Okay.
I am getting ready to.
I don't think you have to burn astral dice just to regular summon it, do you?
Oh, I don't, but I have to take a minute of concentration
Right. Okay. Okay.
before I can do that normally, and I'm doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just.
And I also wanna-
Good.
I also would like to say a few words and try and make it into a bit of a show.
Mhm.
So keep going. I'm gonna just butt in at some
And
point.
he's looking at the music box like. It's one of the worst things you could possibly do is use some sort of
Okay.
machine to create
Okay.
the most beautiful thing that mankind's ever crafted.
Okay. You.
It's just gross.
At this point, Odin is like, "Fuck! Everyone here but me is upsetting him some way."
You like
Connor's got his
music?
gun. Yorick does the magic thing. Homer's currently holding a music box and is going to use magic.
Ah,
And then
but
we've
Evie.
got Corin.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe before we antagonize this guy
Just
too much,
you're no better than the rest of this city. That's why it's gonna fall.
perhaps, but all we're interested now is all that we're interested in now is a portal stone. Is there anything we can do for you to convince you to let us have it?
What could you do for me?
That's what I'm asking. You seem to be in a bit of a predicament here.
I'm not in a predicament. What are you talking about?
Well, I assume if you wanted to go take a walk, you would have by now.
He kind of laughs. He's like, "You don't think I can get out of here, do you?"
No, you could totally get out of here. You're just waiting for something. Probably those people who are about. Let's see. You mentioned Sanctuary yourself, so you probably know the people that we're trying to race against to get this portal stone.
No, I don't know anything about that. I just know that Sanctuary's gone, and it's a really good time to have some fun with Falas.
Oh well, there are some people that are going to be probably coming to visit you. Let's see. Trying to think if they have any technology. Not that I saw.
So they're
So
better
you'd
than
probably-
you.
You'd probably like them.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know.
So Odin's saying this out loud.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My name is Homer.
Yeah, you're a dwarf,
I am.
so you're to blame for a lot of this.
Fair enough. What's your name?
Thalic.
Thalic?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you are a druid. You live in the wilds. You
Yes.
see to tear down all of civilization and restore Cog to the forces at the beginning.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Homer's actually pausing here because I lost my train of thought.
Where was I going with this? I was talking about something with trees.
Corin's like, "What do you
You know,
mean now that Sanctuary's gone? I don't understand." And he just kind of laughs and he's like, don't even worry about it. It's all over
How do you-
soon.
How do you know Sanctuary is gone?
We have spies everywhere."
Oh, okay.
We who?
The Druids, probably.
I'm asking him.
He just laughs. He's like, "I have nothing to hide from you. I have nothing to fear from you. The Talon."
The
Who are
town.
the Talon?
Oh, man, I
Us.
learned something.
Knowledge history.
Oh, good.
I was gonna name something with Talon.
Hey, Connor, you want to do a knowledge history?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, can I give him advantage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Got a-
take advantage.
I got a 14.
Okay.
All right, Yorick's gonna think back to see if he ever heard of these guys on
So I
the flats.
get advantage too? Is that what just happened?
Oh, did you not take your second roll?
No, I only rolled once.
Yeah, Homer, how are you giving him advantage?
I am talking a little bit about what I know and trying to confer with Connor real quick about what we both know and try and forming a better picture.
Okay. 1 second. I'll go ahead and give you your second roll.
So 14.
I love your rolls, Brian.
14?
Is this history arcana?
No.
Knowledge
So-
history.
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 Okay. Yorick got a 19 on that one.
19. But you're from Cosnick, right?
Yes.
Do you mind rolling disadvantage then?
Sure. Unless he heard about something while he was in the flats. I doubt I would have heard
No.
anything in Cosmic. Okay. Oh, 21. Okay, so 19 and all.
Man, you'd heard possibly like, I mean, it's not true, but you had heard like long ago there was some sort of like group, like some kind of underground organization here in Falas. Maybe that's the Talon?
Okay.
I'm gonna roll it because I'm just at
Sure.
this point. I just want to know. Okay. That's a 17.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe met some kind of group that was here a long time ago, or I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense because he's acting like he's from a group that's coming here. So yeah, not much you can get from it.
What are your plans for Falas?
We're gonna bring
You're
it
not
down.
scared of us. No.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
You guys are wasting my time. He just kind of walks away.
What if we could show you one of the things you seek?
And he turns around. All right, I'm interested.
You have nothing to fear from us, but, you know, if I can bring it here, will you help us out?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Are you suggesting we break him out?
No,
Okay,
I just mean, like, I give you a chance to talk to one of the ancient ones, and you maybe help point us in the direction of a portal stone.
What are you
Or
talking
give
about?
us your portal stone.
I guess seeing is believing. Mumbo jumbo, mumbo jumbo. I release Whisper in
All
his
right.
cell.
All right, so yeah, there's that kind of like that. This is the first time any of you, I think, are seeing this. With this huge burst of steam that fills the cell, and he turns around, and you see like his hands start to glow, and leaves start to fall from his hands for a second, and then he stops, and he rises up, and he says he looks at it, and he kind of bows to it a bit, and turns around and says, "What are you? I thought you were a dwarf."
He's a weird dwarf. He likes to cook.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Odin has a grin on his face.
Yeah.
Appearances can be deceiving.
So you speak to the elements.
I do.
What do you want?
I want your portal stone.
For what?
What do you want?
What? I know why I want my portal stone. What do you want my portal stone for?
Oh. There's some place we need to get to, and we don't know where it is. We're hoping the stone will be able to get us there.
I'm interested in making a deal with you. You offer me something up for the stone, I'll give you the stone. If I get the stone back.
Sure.
What are you offering?
Well, you'll have to give us some time to think that over.
There's no
Didn't
time.
Didn't you just tell us you don't need anything?
He's like, fine, I don't need anything, then I guess you're right, the deal's off the table.
No, tell us.
You
Tell
should
us.
let the speaker handle this. You don't understand negotiations.
Fair enough. Yorick backs off.
You tell us where we can get a stone. I'll tell you where you can get a stone.
So you already have a stone.
What?
I don't.
Never mind.
Civilization has dulled your senses. The reason that civilization holds you back so much is you guys play a lot of this innuendo and you don't speak to each other straight as people.
Fine.
Start
I tell you where
speaking to me.
I tell you where I found the ancient one.
No, I want something else. If you're like me, you want to see technology fall. Give me something that will help me bring down the technology in this place. I'll gladly let you borrow a stone.
Insight check, because I'm
Sure.
both. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good. 18.
18. You got a couple gloves.
No.
So now we're down to 3.
Well, we
more
can't
than
figure
most
it out,
people
so-
have.
I pull off the glove I have on my hand.
What is this?
Dull dwarven technology. Gonna slip it back on. Is there any metal here that's not Corin?
I mean, the bars.
Going to grab the bar, fiddle with it, activate it.
Would I know that it has anything to do with metal? As a person, because I have a fuck ton of daggers.
Oh, I don't
But
know if you know.
Okay, I was gonna say if I know where he's going with this, then I would
Yeah.
pull out the daggers.
Okay, you hold a dagger then.
Oh, okay.
I'll like
Alright.
stab it in.
Give me a check, see if you can
Come
Operate
on, guidance first. Yes, 4. Okay. And I needed that 4. It's just base intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
13.
13 is good enough. But when he sees you cast the spell, he's thrown off. Well, what are you? Are you a dwarf? Are you one of the flats? Or are you a speaker? And then as soon as you mess with the glove enough to power it on, the steam kind of fires off, and all of a sudden there's like a strong pulse sound, and the dagger flies out of Odin's hand and flies into your glove. And he's like, that's iron technology. Brotherhood of Iron.
Turn it off, let the dagger drop to the ground.
Teach me the glove.
You want this?
Yes.
I'm wondering if I should mess with him or not.
Teach me how to break it.
Oh, that's simple.
Ooh.
You step on it. You kick it a couple of times.
This,
If you truly are a speaker and not a dwarf.
let me make
Teach
a
me the
deception
secrets.
check real quick because this hurts. This is painful.
You're deceiving your tears.
Got a 4.
So what's your deception?
Oh, my deception is just hiding the pained expression on Homer. Is like
Yeah.
he's hesitant, like he is like making very slow. His hands are shaking.
This actually
heart
doesn't
is
hurt
mad.
you. Like failing that check because he's like, I see the struggle inside you of which side you should pick. And he seems like really interested in this struggle, and he's like, it's time to embrace what's natural. Teach me the secrets of this glove.
Out of character. Just think about it this way. You're probably not going to see him again for a long time.
Yeah, Evie, I know that, but my character. This is revealing dwarven technology. Like, we have been arguing about this both in and out of the game. This is important to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
At the very least, he's going to ask. Homer's asking the rest of you to leave. You need to step out.
I walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine leaving.
Corin walks
That's
away.
where it goes to.
All right. So you're gonna teach him?
I'm going to teach him how to dismantle it.
Okay. After you teach him that, it takes probably like 20 minutes or so. He says, "Is there a way to make it misfire?"
Yes.
Are you gonna teach him that?
I mean, I haven't tested it, but
yeah.
I've thought of ways.
Do you want to teach him
You
that?
can take small. Well, I would be able to get a sample size larger than just myself.
Remember, you still have my dagger. I didn't take it back. So.
Okay. Pedro.
Yeah.
The way I thought about this is I can get iron dust or small shavings and throwing like a small cloud of them around the glove
Mm-hmm.
would disrupt the propulsion and it jammed. And
I don't
Would that
think.
work?
I don't think that would matter as much. No, he wants to know of a way to like make the glove misfire.
He wants it to blow up.
Yes.
He wants to kill some dwarves.
I don't know if Homer knows that.
Give me an intelligence check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yep.
20.
You got it. You know how to make it misfire.
Oh, this hurts. I tell him. All the while, this Homer can't hide how much this is hurting.
And he says, this is worth more than my portal stone, my friend. Give me the glove and you can have the stone. I'll come find you when it's time for me to reclaim it.
I hand him the glove.
All right. He takes it and he just kind of laughs and he tucks it underneath his cape. And he says, the portal stone is hidden inside a tree west of this city. You'll know it when you see it.
Got a sign
Thank
on
you.
it. This
Then
is
he
close.
puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, Speaker, you are a friend of the Druids now and of the Talon. When the time comes, we would have you walk with us. And he kind of nods, and then he takes a step back, and you see suddenly he just kind of takes the shape of a kind of like a small cat, and just looks at you, and like, oh, well, you can just tell that he's kind of smiling, and he walks right outside of the bars.
I'm going to stay there for 5 minutes and just talk to Whisper, crying.
Yeah, you see him take off somewhere, and he looks very satisfied with everything that's happened now.
Fantastic. He couldn't have waited until we walked out of the jail.
Once you leave, the rest of you kind of found out a little bit about. You were probably talking to the guards outside, right?
Yeah.
And you got a little bit of information about this druid. So this druid, it's kind of weird. He was aboard this ship called the Sky Jewel, and he had snuck on board and was trying to bring down the ship as a show of strength, and he absolutely brutalized the entire crew. Like, the Sky Jewel is known for having these really tough people who they jump off of the ship and they have harnesses on them and they can actually like do like sky raids and stuff. And this druid decimated them. The whole team's out of commission. The Sky Jewel's still here. It just can't go anywhere. It's pretty worthless right now. So yeah, this druid had brutalized the crew and is getting ready to destroy the ship itself when he finally got brought down. The captain of the ship, Captain Belmont, had kind of beaten him down pretty hard, and they finally knocked him out, and he couldn't shape change whatever it is that he does, and then they threw him into prison. So you watch Homur come out. I don't know, Homur, if you're teared up or anything, if they can tell.
No, I wiped away all the tears, but I'm pale. My eyes are red. It's fairly obvious.
Is your face stained with mascara?
No.
So you walk out, and the guard's like, "You guys all good then?"
Yeah.
We got the information we needed.
Mm-hmm. And
I walk away.
Just like this, the rest of you see this small cat kind of darts out of the door before the guard shuts it. He's like, "The strangest things get down there." Shuts the door, and that's it. Yeah. So we will call it there. It's about 1:00.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, boy.
So now you guys have a solid lead on where the portal stone is, and then who knows what'll happen after that.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen after that.
Oh,
We're gonna go shopping.
Who knows?
We're gonna go shopping for a few days.
Oh man, so
Shopping. We're shopping with all of the money we don't have.
yeah, so everyone in the chat,
Viewers,
thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for waiting and watching us and enjoying time with us. If you want to find more about the world they're playing in, you can go to worldwalkerspodcast.com. The storyline that the podcast is in right now takes place in COG. So, yeah, you can check it out there. If you'd like to play with us, patreon.com/worldwalkers. Just look for the World Walkers COG tier and consider joining up with us. And someone asked in the chat earlier if you had to have any D&D experience. You really don't. You don't have to have any experience. Like
I'm proof of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been reading the books. That's as much experience as I have.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can totally jump in if you want.
Anybody want more friends? Be my friend.
Yeah, we got one slot left, and once that's gone, that's it. And so, yeah, again, thanks for joining us. I always like to plug. I always like to fake like I don't know what I want to do, and then I ask Brian to say stuff. So we'll just skip the pleasantries. And Brian is part of a podcast called Awful Good, as you guys heard earlier in the podcast. So definitely go check them out. You can check them out on iTunes. Just search for Awful Good. You can find them on their website, awfulgoodcrew.com. Are you also on YouTube? Can they find it? Yep. So you can
search Awful Good there too.
Yep. So that's that. Evie, you have anything you want to plug?
I'm on Twitter. That's about it.
Yeah. What's your Twitter handle, if you don't mind?
Well, it used to be at Fujikachu, but then I realized I no longer use the Fujikachu thing in my day-to-day life, so it's at Nagito Eevee.
Nice.
So underscore in between Nagito and Eevee.
Cool,
That's important. Otherwise, you're gonna find some hobo, hobo who's trying to jack my account.
Josh, anything you want to push out?
Nah, I have no online presence, so I'll just shout out World Walkers Podcast.
Woo woo! And then
wait, join the Discord because I like talking in there. You people are awesome. I want to hug every single one of you, but that's probably not possible right now.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Do it.
Let me have a second. Yeah, more and more people should join the Discord chat. We have a lot of fun in there. And we have a general and we have a spoilers chat. If you're a patron, then you get 2 more channels, and then we have a voice chat we can do, and it's good times.
You may have heard we might be organizing a movie night at some point.
That'd be really fun.
Well, thank you all for watching. This show was brought to you by the letter B.
For bagels and beer.
Bagels and beer.
Pedro's mic or picture is really weird now. So Pedro did something to his.
Have a good
camera.
night, Afro Rat. Well, he's one of the viewers. He said good night. I just.
Oh, hey, later on, Everrat. Where do I get the link share this? I always get this wrong.
Oh, to the Discord
There should be a
thingy?
thing for you.
Wait, I know where it is.
Top left.
Yeah.
Invite.
Pedro, we really need to get you
Oh,
a
there
bot
you
for
go.
your channel. So
What?
really need to get you a bot for your channel so you don't have to do this every time.
Yeah.
So it's like every few minutes or whatever, it could post a link.
All right.
Hey,
so it's there now.
there it is.
Don't you guys know how that's how Skynet gets started?
Yeah, my video went to crap, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah.
I watched
That
it
happened,
do
man.
it and I was like, what the fuck?
Help me.
Pedro, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting on Discord took all my bandwidth, man.
Yeah,
Someone
Discord.
started streaming 5 seasons of Netflix in the next room.
But yeah, it's in. Thank you guys for hanging. Oh, Data, do you have anything you wanted to push?
Nope.
All right. So yeah, check us back 1 week from now, 10 o'clock Eastern. Tell people we love having you guys. So yeah,
If I'm still here,
if you're still, why would you not be here?
I love
the
you.
hurricane.
Yeah, we can't wait for the next
If
one.
I have power, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's right. You're in a hurricane.
Well, I'll tell you.
yeah.
I'll tell you
Well, we're
what.
not in one right now, but
You can always, if you've got your phone and you got power there, you can play that way if you want.
Wait,
we'll,
really?
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Zoom works on mobile, so you could if you wanted
Yep.
to. We just would put like a little
Yeah.
cool box up for you. We put your
Well,
Connor art up.
if you've got a smartphone, as
Alright.
we've discovered, Data does not have a smartphone.
Yeah.
Data has a flip phone.
Either way.
Really, I didn't know that.
We discovered
I
this in
tried to
Discord
keep a
earlier.
lot- Keep it close to the vest, as you can see with my lovely photo.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay.
See you next time.
Bye.
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 I love you. I plugged Einstein Brothers once this entire